Crendor, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day is a big news story.
Okay. All right.
Aggressive squirrels terrorize New York City residents.
Is that woman out of jail? Is she? My
She
new
might be.
army.
And this is a news story. This is from New Year's Eve.
Oh, my God. All right.
This is brand new. Residents of a Queens neighborhood are dealing with a squirrely threat.
Why do they say it like that?
I hate it. Denizens of the New York City borough Rego Park neighborhood say an aggressive squirrel has jumped on them and bitten them in the past several weeks. Micheline Frederick pointed to a bruise on her wrist where she said the squirrel landed on her and then sank its teeth into her fingers and hand. We're wrestling in the snow and there's blood everywhere and my finger's getting chewed and it won't let go, Frederick said. Eventually it just stopped and there was a big bloody mess.
Oh, my God.
Jeez. A photo Frederick says she took after the attack shows a snowy pathway covered in blood. This was an MMA. She says, quote, this was an MMA cage match and I lost.
Why are the squirrels losing their minds?
I don't know. Two other neighborhoods told WCBS the squirrel had jumped on them seemingly unprovoked. These squirrels are aggressively going after people, Vinati Singh said. The city's Department of Health advised the neighbors to hire a licensed trapper, but the large metal traps have not yet captured any squirrels. The reason for the squirrels' aggressive behavior is not clear. Small rodents like squirrels rarely test positive for rabies and are not known to have transmitted it to humans, according to the Center for Disease Control or Prevention.
What the hell? There's got to be more. There's got to be more to this story.
Yeah, there's got to be, let's see, squirrels, New York City. That's it for that article. When I Google squirrels New York City, it just looks like a bunch of happy squirrels.
Hold on. Well, you have to do, like, attacking squirrels in New York. That's gang of squirrels terrorizes people in New York City. Squirrel attacks have New Yorkers afraid to go outside after woman is hospitalized. Rogue squirrels attacking New Yorkers in Queens. Yep. That's the one. That's the one. Rogue squirrels.
That is...
People living in Rego Park? Rego Park? I think that's it. Of Queens.
Oh, my God.
What?
So I clicked on the video, and it was just a bunch of people being like, oh, squirrel attack, squirrel attack. And at the end of the video, it shows a squirrel, like, next to someone's door. And they slightly open the door, and the squirrel comes flying out at them. Oh, my God. That's crazy. Dude, I wish those squirrels were here. I'd be filming it for YouTube and banking. These people are missing out.
Aggressive squirrels, New York squirrels, squirrels terrorize, cage match. I think that's the one you read.
Yeah.
To end 2020, squirrels are attacking humans. There you go.
Yeah, let's
wow.
See. Everybody's got the same story. Victims of squirrel attacks have hired trappers to relocate the animals, but at the time of the report, none of the squirrels have taken the bait.
Well, here's the thing. How many squirrel attacks is this? Because everything that I see is the exact same article where it's just like, it basically ran up my leg, and I'm like, okay, hello, squirrel, what are you doing? And then it bit or scratched me on the neck.
Yeah, it's just
but it's always the same person.
Yeah, it's just this one person. It's always this Frederick person.
Oh, no. Another neighbor, Vinati Singh, described the squirrel as so fast that it hung onto her screen door with its claws. Video shows the squirrels leaping toward... Yeah, that's what you just described.
Oh, yeah. And then there's another... Oh, wait, yeah. There's another person in the neighborhood that says... this other person said she was also attacked by a squirrel. I tried to shake it off. I couldn't. Squirrels have claws. Cling onto your winter jacket. There's no way to shake it off.
Damn. What is happening? These squirrels have had enough. They're done with people.
These squirrels are done with people. These squirrels are going to take over the planet. I think they're just going crazy. They feel the energy.
Apparently, this person says it's possible that people feeding them bread and old hot dogs for so long have caused the squirrels to become reliant on humans. So when they see them, they approach them looking for food. But when they don't have food, they now see the humans as being like, oh, well, I can just bite into them.
Oh, yeah, that's actually true. I've heard of that with like raccoons and stuff. Actually, that happens like cat. When you think about it. Like, sometimes you feed cat, he's happy. And other times, he's, like, hungry, and you're like, you don't got food yet. And he'll be like, ah, and he'll, like, give you, like, a warning bite. And then you're like, get out of here. And then you give him food.
Apparently, this happened in 2019 as well. And the statistics say that over the course of a year, there are about 30 squirrel attacks. But during this week in August of 2019, there were 30 in 1 week.
Woo! That's a lot of attacks.
Yeah, so I don't know.
They're
It
hungry.
might be a yearly thing. It seems like it's a wintry kind of thing. Where the squirrels are like, you didn't bring us food today? So be it.
Mamma mia.
Interesting.
Honestly, I like squirrels. But I don't like aggressive squirrels.
Right. There's that squirrel festival. We wanted to go to the squirrel festival.
Yeah. Do you think these squirrels are mad because they just want to go to the festival and they can't?
Well, it's winter there, and, you know, you have to wear a mask to fly, and there are no squirrel-sized masks, so.
That's true. It's all adding up now.
Yep.
It's all adding up.
All right. Crendor. What's our big news story of the day?
Naked fugitive rescued from crocodile-infested mangroves by fishermen.
Okay.
The suspected armed robber was found sitting on a tree branch on the outskirts of Darwin, Australia. He'd been lost for 4 days.
All right, we're already starting off good. All right.
All right. 2 fishermen have rescued a naked fugitive who they found sitting on a tree branch in Australian crocodile habitat. Cam Faust said Wednesday he and fellow recreational fisher Kev Joyner heard Luke Voskresinski, 40, yell for help on Sunday as they set crab traps for their dinghy in mangroves on the outskirts of the northern city of Darwin. Foss said Voskresinski, who was covered in mud, cuts, and insect bites, had explained that he had been lost for 4 days, survived by eating snails, and had used his clothes for bits and pieces over the way.
What does that mean?
I don't...
He's talking about wiping his butt? Is that what he's talking about?
He's got to be. There's no,
right?
There's no, yeah.
For bits and pieces? That sounds like he's talking about wiping his butt.
They said, it did make sense to us, Foss said, referring to the explanation for his nudity. He had a nest made up in the tree, and he was only laying a meter, 39 inches above the water, where the crocs in the water said he'd done well to survive. Joyner said the friends hesitated before bringing Voskremski on board. Once they seen how bad he was, how many cuts he had all over him, and he was dehydrated and pretty weak, we thought we'd better get him to the boat, Joyner said. There's already some Australians being like, he is not doing the voice correct. We thought he'd just have a big night out after New Year's, got lost and done himself a mischief in the bush, he added. Foss said he stripped to his underwear and handed Voskremski his shorts and a beer as the trio made their way back to Darwin. He looked like he needed a beer, although he was in a bad way. An ambulance was waiting at Darwin boat ramp when they arrived. Voskremski was taken to Darwin Hospital and placed under police guard.
They gave him 2 beers. He was okay.
That's not a beer.
Gave him 2 beers there.
This is a beer. Police
Plug
said
it into his vines.
he had been free on bail after being charged with armed robbery, multiple aggravated assaults, deprivation of liberty, and stealing. All right, this looks straight out like a Discovery Channel show.
It does. Wow, that guy really does look like Naked and Afraid.
He does. Look at him. He's up in the tree.
I mean, when you got gators coming after your ass, I get it.
That's true.
Oh my god, that's so funny. How is that? I can't. All right, well, that's it for us. All right, Crendor. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Big news story of the day. Big news story. It's the big news story. It's the big news story of the day.
It's a great stalling for time song. I love it.
Yeah, I always got to think up a new one. Scientists discovered snakes can turn their body into lassos to climb.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah. So.
Wait, do they fling themselves?
I guess so. Hold on, there's a little video thing. All right, hold on, I'll link this to you just to see. There you go.
I'm not okay. I don't want to see this snake be terrifying.
All right, there he is.
Wait, how did we just discover this?
I don't know.
How does this? Haven't we been studying snakes for long enough to? What? So yeah, the snake sort of wraps itself around itself and then climbs
Wiggles on up.
Yeah, wiggles up pipes and stuff, and it doesn't do it. I thought snakes would just go up it normally, but this seems more complex. Like it looks like a lasso, and it looks like it's pulling itself up. I just thought that maybe they're just becoming smarter.
That's possible.
Is this a problem that we should be? The snakes are just becoming much smarter.
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was gonna literally become a lasso and swing itself and then wrap.
That's what I thought
something.
so too. It's not nearly as cool as all that, but it's neat.
Yeah. We also have an article that says, in fact, I think people sent us this one. Pigeons saved from death after leg band revealed to be fake.
What does that mean?
Australian authorities initially thought the bird had snuck into the country from the U.S. and feared it was a disease risk.
Even our birds now?
But it turns out it was a fake leg wrap. Joe the pigeon is safe now.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Normally, I want to know more about a story, but I feel like if I learn more, it's not going to be quite as charming.
Yeah, Joe the pigeon's okay. Everything's fine. Wait. I think we got one.
Okay.
Florida man rides airboat on neighborhood streets. What? Wait, airboat?
You know those boats that have the flat... you have the swamp boats. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know. I didn't know they were called an airboat.
It's like swamp thing.
Let's see. A Florida man rode his airboat through the streets of his neighborhood on New Year's Eve and threatened to kill people as they were taking him into custody.
Oh my
Deputies
God.
said they were called to Mimosa Avenue.
Well, there's your problem.
Of course. Around 11:30 p.m. Thursday, and saw a man later identified as Joseph Prohaska, 40, riding an airboat on the streets before pulling into a yard. Public information officers said Prohaska knocked over trash cans and was shooting off fireworks during the incident.
It was the 4th of July.
It was New Year's Eve.
No, wait, it's New Year's. It's New Year's, yeah.
He's just yelling out woo, 4th of July.
It was one of those days.
As deputies were on the scene, they said Prohaska turned the airboat and started to rev the engine to cause a disturbance and mock law enforcement.
Oh, you don't want to mock law enforcement. They don't like that.
Prohaska was then placed under arrest, but began making threats when deputies also tried to take his father into custody, telling them, "I'll kill you if you hurt them." Prohaska is facing charges of disorderly conduct and making threats to a law enforcement officer. I was going to say, how many mimosas do you think this guy drank on Mimosa Avenue?
0 mimosas, a whole bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Not one mimosa was had, but a whole bottle of whiskey for sure. Or at least a 12-pack. I'm going to say a 24-pack of beer.
Oh, yeah, definitely a 24-pack of, one of those, really terrible beers. What's that? Ice?
Milwaukee's Best.
Yeah, like one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, really bad.
For sure. Yeah, this guy, I don't want to judge people in advance. But if you own an airboat, I'm going to assume you can drink at least a case of beer without getting drunk. I'm just going to assume it.
I would easily. I'd bet money on that.
Yeah, if you own an airboat, you definitely can drink beer. I believe that.
Say, you know what? Couple fun stories there. We learned snakes can lasso up stuff. Joe the pigeon's okay. and this guy can probably drink a lot as he powers through on his airboat.
That is a couple great stories. You're right. Okay, Crendor, what's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. There is a story of a man that lived undetected in Chicago airport for 3 months.
I saw that story. I don't know how that happens. I thought he was detected. He just like stayed in a terminal. That's what I thought happened.
Yeah, let's see. Now I'm curious. There's that guy that lived in the baseball stadium or whatever.
Yeah, but he was undetected.
In Disneyland.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, the Disney World guy. He was undetected too. This guy I thought was just he didn't want to leave the airport, so he stayed in the airport the entire time. That's what I thought the story was. What happened?
California man who was scared to go home because of COVID lived undetected in the airport for 3 months. He was undetected.
That's so weird. How is that possible?
Uday Singh, 33, was arrested on Saturday morning local time at O'Hare and charged with impersonation in a restricted area of the airport and theft of less than $500. Chicago Police Department confirmed to CNN. Singh appeared in bond court following day where they said he had arrived on a flight from L.A. on October 19th. He is then alleged to have lived undiscovered in the airport security zone until his January 16th arrest. Singh is reported to have been apprehended after being approached by 2 United Airlines employees who asked to see his ID. He said to have shown them an airport ID badge that belonged to an operations manager who had reported it missing in late October. Assistant State Attorney Kathleen Haggerty said in court that Singh claimed to have been scared to go home due to COVID and that other passengers had provided him with food.
What? So he just people just kept giving him food? Wow.
I guess. Cook County Judge Suzanne Ortiz expressed surprise at the unusual circumstances of the case. So if I understand you correctly, Ortiz says, you're telling me that an unauthorized, non-employee individual was allegedly living within a secure part of the O'Hare Airport terminal from October 19th to January 16th and was not detected? I want to understand you correctly. Assistant Public Defender Courtney Smallwood told the court that Singh is a resident of the Los Angeles suburb of Orange and does not have a criminal background. Singh's bail said to have been set at $1,000 with condition he does not re-enter O'Hare, and he is due back in court January 27th.
What the hell? How did he go under? Where did he sleep?
Yeah, where did he sleep? Why? How?
Is it like that movie where with what's his face where he goes into the with Tom Hanks?
Oh yeah,
and he goes into the part that's under construction. He just lives in that part. But how?
Maybe.
How would he not? I guess the staff is limited. If there's ever a time to live somewhere and not be detected, it would probably be now, right? It's so weird. True. How's that possible?
That does seem pretty impossible for I could see it happening for a couple of weeks or something, but 3 months.
I can't figure it out.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's amazing. Most of the people that we've talked about have been 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, maybe a month. But 3 months?
Yeah.
Mind-blowing.
That is, and just like the other two, I don't think they did anything bad. They didn't hurt anyone or do anything. They're just going along.
Yeah, it's just, if I had a hat on, I'd tip it for this dude. That's crazy.
It's impressive. They should hire him for, security. Just
I don't know how
all right.
Yeah, I need to know where he was at. Where there gotta be an interview with this dude where he's just talking about living in where? Where did he live? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see any interviews with him or anything. They should give me a 5-minute interview of them being how'd you do it? Where'd you live? I want to know.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Huh.
So hopefully one day we will get that interview.
Yeah. Wow. I'm so impressed. That's so wild that he did this. And having been to O'Hare, I can't imagine how he wouldn't be seen. I just can't figure it out. Or how he got into that area that was secure.
Yeah. So I guess he stole the badge, but, like, even then, like, you got to steal someone's badge that looks like you, unless they don't care, or it's like, I don't know.
Maybe there's no photo on it, and it's just one of those, like, bing, bing badges that, like, opens doors. But even then, you have to have the balls to be like, I'm going to steal that guy's badge. And then to do it not, like, I guess it's kind of malicious, but he stole it just so he could, like, hide out. Not so he could rob anyone, but they said he stole less than 500. Over 3 months, that man is a saint. If he's only taking 500 over 3 months.
It's just, it's crazy. I don't know. So I'd like to see an interview with him. Maybe a Netflix series.
I would, yeah, we need something, some explanation. There's so much of that story that I need more on. All right, well, hopefully we'll find something out this week with that story. But that is it for us. Okay, Crendor, what's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Somebody tweeted a thing about David Lynch, and I'm pretty sure it's real. Hold on, let me just link you this. David Lynch.
You know what? Here's the thing. I have back-to-back links from you. The first one is for these weird boots, and the next one is this, and I feel like somehow they're both connected. I don't know why, but I feel like they're both connected, and all right, hit me.
All right, here we go. David Lynch is recalling... Oh, wait. Stupid Twitter. Hold on. David Lynch is recalling a day in 1981 when he says he rescued 5 Woody Woodpecker toys that he saw hanging up as he drove past a petrol station. I screeched on the brakes, I do a U-turn, go back, and I buy them, and I save their lives, he says seriously. I named them Chucko, Buster, Pete, Bob, and Dan, and they were my boys, and they were in my office. They were my dear friends.
I can't believe you're reading this to me as I'm looking at a photo of him with Chucko, Buster, Pete, Bob, and Dan. Yep.
They were my dear friends for a while, but certain traits started coming out, and they became not so nice.
What does that mean?
Looking straight ahead, he says with a grim finality, they are not in my life anymore.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Certain traits started coming out and they became not so nice?
Yeah, I want to know what those traits were. Like, what happened?
There is a horror movie, and like, are you kidding me? He's like, I went and I got these Woody Woodpeckers, and 5 of them, Chucko, Buster, Pete, Bob, and Dan, and certain traits started coming out. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is. If you read that off and was like, which director did that? I'd be like, oh, David Lynch.
Yeah, there's no other person with the stopping to get them alone. Like, that's not the way that story started. I was like, yeah, David Lynch, he saw Woody Woodpecker stuff, and he immediately went to go get him, and then he named him. I was going to ask you, why did he, like, see them, U-turn, and then have to go get them? Like, what about them made him think he needed to save them? He said he saved their lives. Like, that's a whole story in itself. But then, you're telling me he named them, brought them to his work, and then over the course of however many years, they slowly became monsters.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then he had to remove them from his life.
I would watch a movie based on that. Just the Woody Woodpeckers and how they changed over time and how he just had to move on.
Do you think it's a real thing that happened, or do you think it's just him trying to set up a movie that is going to be made?
It's hard to tell with him. I mean, it could be him setting up something, but it also could have actually happened.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
all right. Well, I mean, I'm worried for David Lynch, but that's where the episode ends. Okay, Crendor, what's your big news story of the day?
Well, let me tell you about a big news story.
Did you forget to find one?
I also forgot that we have things like Cosmopolitan, and I clicked on one of their articles just to see something.
Yeah, and
Well, they had 17 virtual date ideas to get you through social distancing. Trust me, number 4 is fire.
All right, go directly to number 4.
Right.
I don't care about the rest of them. What is the fire date? If it's not fire,
it's not fire. It's take the love language test together.
I don't. Do they know what fire means?
It's cosmopolitan.
Take the love language test. Yeah, that'll do it.
These are so dumb. I'm going to speed go through them. Number 1, get to know each other deeper via Spotify. If you have to get to know each other through Spotify and you can't just, like, realize what songs they're into from just, like, asking them or, like, hearing what they're listening to.
It is dumb.
That's
what?
pretty dumb.
Like, what songs do you listen to? Who cares?
Share your fave songs with your date you're listening to. Okay, cool. Hire a virtual private chef or attend a virtual cooking class together. Wait, what? Hire a virtual private chef?
What is the point? I want to eat the food after it.
I want them to cook the food if I'm hiring them.
Yeah, wait, what?
That's dumb. Assess your compatibility is number 3, and then take the love language is number 4. That's like the same thing because you're like figuring out if you're what thing this is. Arrange a virtual fancy date night. Isn't that what you're doing? Start a recipe exchange, but you're hiring a chef. They're probably gonna give you recipes. Play online games together.
Oh, God.
All right. You know what's funny about Zoom? They're like chatting over Zoom. I think we were one of the first people to use Zoom. So I think TB found it, and he was like, "This company called Zoom, and it's
he
brand
actually was
new."
like, he would talk with the CEO and stuff. He'd be like, "Just see, it's just not working." Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. So we were like way back then. I was like, "Yeah, this is kind of neat. A little janky though." Now it's literally everywhere. Man, I should have invested in Zoom. I'd be rich.
We would have been rich. Well, there's so many. We had so many outs over the years, and we failed every single time. Every single time.
Mail a care package. All right. Start a 2-person book club. Yeah, all right.
Start a 2-person book club?
I guess it's like you each read a book and then talk about it. I mean,
yeah, fun, good times.
I mean, I can appreciate reading the book and talking about it, but I feel like you can do that anytime. You don't have to do it as
that
a
isn't like
Valentine's
a special
thing.
virtual thing. Yeah.
Create a shared photo album. All right, let's just go through photos. Send a coupon book. So if I send a coupon book, I'm sending them to honey.com/Cox. Exchange cents? What? And then motivate each other to sweat.
I don't. Oh, work out. Okay,
Yeah,
I was like,
out.
whoa, what is this? You know what we mean. Like, do I?
Binge watch TV. Go house hunting, so you can go online and take virtual tours of homes. That's actually kind of fun to do.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
All right.
I'm also the type of person to watch like HGTV though.
But
So,
a lot of that, you know what? I guess a lot of that is we've been dating a while kind of stuff. Because
this
to
is
me,
more like-
I don't like going out and being like, "Hey, who wants to look at houses?" Like that's weird if you're just starting to date, right? Like
Yeah,
that's
true.
strange.
That's true. Well, I guess you could be like, "What's your ideal house?" And then like, you could do that maybe, but like,
That's still a lot. Still a lot.
That's still because then you're implying like we're gonna buy a house together.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure on the we just started dating. Yeah.
Like, well, with me, we're already like married now, so it's more like, hey, we could buy houses.
Yes.
Learn something new. You can do that anytime. Stargaze together. We're all under the same sky and seeing the same star. Yeah, but not if it's cloudy one place, not the other.
Yeah, as long as you sing Somewhere Out There to each other, then that's fine.
Yeah, or if one person might be in England, the other person might be in California. It's bright one, dark in the other. You can't see as much.
You're like, somewhere out. Just, you can do it. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, I think we each got one out of those 17.
Yeah.
Number 4 was
Mine
not
just involves
fire.
singing somewhere out there to your significant other.
Yeah.
Duets is how all of mine are duets. Yeah.
So yeah, that was. I guess that's the big news story of the day.
Okay, Crendor, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day.
Of the day. You became like a vampire there. I don't know what.
Of the day.
Of the dead.
Let's see. First, I was looking at Cosmo because I was like, what did they have for Valentine's Day? Nothing really good.
There's nothing ever good on Cosmo. I don't know why you're going there.
That's why. I just want to see how bad it is. But these are just like bad. They're not even like funny bad. They're just bad. So I'm not even going to give them the. Not even going to do it. Then we got There's Nowhere to Hide. Sligo Gardaí arrested a man after following his footprints left in the snow.
Wait, time out. What was this person's name?
Sligo Gardaí.
Sligo Gardaí? That's a hell of a name. Sligo. That's I can't. The worst part is yeah, I'm looking at it. Sligo Gardaí. I feel like it's Gardaí, right?
Yeah,
Instead
it's
of Gardaí.
Gardaí. Listen, that's all you're getting with me. I can't say things.
Sligo sounds like the name of like a Hasbro game. Sligo. Actually, it's a Jackbox game for sure.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Oh, for sure, it's Jackbox. Sligo.
The Garda Snow Patrol received reports of a person entering unlocked vehicles in the Balsadare area yesterday evening who was chased by locals but evaded capture. In the early hours of the morning, Gardaí received reports of a man again interfering with vehicles. The keen eye of the Gardaí spotted footprints leading away from the scene.
It does not say the keen eye of the Gardaí.
It does. And you know they did it.
Who wrote this masterpiece of an article?
The
keen eye of the Gardaí.
Ocean FM.
Well, all right. This is a great story then.
So they followed them and found the man with the stolen equipment as well as the equipment being used. He's arrested and taken to Ballymote Garda Station where he is being questioned. Gardaí are appealing to the public to never leave their vehicle to unlock.
Whoa. Sligo Gardaí is they're the Gardaí of Sligo.
What?
I don't think Sligo Gardaí is a name. I think Gardaí is like guards or police or something like that.
Oh.
Now
Whoa.
you make me look this up.
They are the state police force of the Irish Republic.
There you go.
And Sligo is the town. Oh my god. That makes so much more sense. But I'd rather it be someone named Sligo.
Me too.
There's some Irish people laughing at us.
Well, let's laugh at them. What is Sligo famous for? Sligo is a slice of heaven along Ireland's wild Atlantic way. Oh, shit, it does look beautiful, though. Oh, look at this photo. Oh, I hate it. Oh, it looks gorgeous. Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, I'm so
my
mad.
god, it does. Look at that.
I can't make fun of them. It looks so beautiful. Oh, son of a... All right, well...
Yeah, it does.
Stupid Ireland.
There's like some crazy beauty. Mountain ranges there, too. Oh, my god. Oh, my god. Yeah, look at this. Look at this mountain range with the thingies. Look at that.
God, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I hate it.
The cows, a castle, there's mountains.
Yeah, it looks like something out of a fantasy novel.
It does.
I can't even believe that. My favorite part is that it's this hill, like this massive cliff in the background, this hill with the cows and stuff, this castle, and then next to it, like a 3-car garage. Yeah, well, you know, I'm not gaudy about it. I only have 3 cars for my castle.
There's also one other story I had to cover.
Okay.
Florida metal musician turns Uncle Skeleton into Skelecaster guitar.
I've seen the photo of this. It is wild.
Tampa musician Prince Midnight made the ghoulish guitar to honor his Uncle Philip.
Philip Midnight, of course.
The biggest metalhead I have ever known, in quotes. Leftover Fender Telecaster in the bones was dearly departed Uncle Philip. Also clearly departed.
Is clearly departed. Yeah, if he uses the bones.
The man who introduced him to the rock genre in the 90s. Philip died in a motorcycle accident in Greece in 96 at the age of 28, and his skeleton was donated to a local college. After 20 years, he ended up in a cemetery my family had to pay rent on, like literally in a wooden box, Midnight told HuffPost. It's a big problem in Greece because the Orthodox religion doesn't want people cremated. So with the help of a local funeral home, Prince Midnight...
Wait, they had to pay rent?
Yeah, I guess they had to rent it? Oh, that's weird.
That's crazy. Okay.
So with the help of a local funeral home, Prince Midnight had Uncle Philip's bones sent from Greece. But the plot thickened when he declined to buy a cemetery plot. The bones were in pieces, and after a few weeks of showing them to his friends, Prince Midnight decided his Uncle Philip was a metalhead we'd turn into a guitar.
What the hell? After a few weeks of showing them to his friends, Prince Midnight is wild. Hey, you guys want to see my uncle's bones?
Friends familiar with making guitars from scratch warned him that a bone guitar wouldn't sound as good from one made from wood, but Prince Midnight was undeterred. I didn't care, he said. Turning Uncle Philip's remains into a ghoulish guitar was a challenge. First, Prince Midnight had to weld a metal bar to the spine attached to the neck to the skeleton. Then he made sure the neck and bridge would be exactly parallel to the guitar strings so they would freely ring. He also put a jack for the cord into Uncle Philip's hip bone. Although Philip's skull was included in the remains, he said it was undamaged and couldn't be added to the head of the guitar. Oh, it was damaged.
I was about to say, like,
what? Yeah, it was damaged.
Why not? It makes no sense that a metalhead wouldn't have his skull involved.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
Prince Midnight is forbidden by law from selling the Skelecaster, but he's having fun stringing along Uncle Philip. He still admits his project caused some awkward moments with his mom. At first, she was sacrilegious and the work of the devil. You know how moms are, Prince Midnight said.
Honey, don't turn your uncle into a guitar.
But I asked her, Uncle Philip was the biggest metalhead of anybody. Where would he rather be, in the ground or shredding? She said, shredding.
You're right, honey. Philip would have liked to be shredded.
That's the story.
You know what? I say go for it.
Yeah.
We put too many bodies in the ground. What are we gonna do? We're gonna run out of space. Let's get creative.
You'd rather be shredding.
Yeah, man. Look, all I'm saying is, don't leave my ass in the dirt. Do something fun with me. I don't need it. What the hell do I care?
Yeah.
Go nuts. Yeah.
Go nuts.
Yeah, take my bones. Do whatever you want with them. I'm not gonna need those shits. Do whatever you want.
There's another gravestone quote.
Just on my tombstone. Take my bones, do whatever you want. I ain't gonna need them shits. Like a shovel next to my tombstone. Hey, free use bones. Give them to your dog or whatever. I don't care.
Well,
all right. What is our news story?
Our news story. Wait, what the shit? New Zealand sentences cactus smuggler caught with 947 plants strapped to her body? All right, there it is.
Well, we found our story of the day.
New Zealand authorities have sentenced a woman who tried in 2019 to smuggle nearly 1,000 cacti and succulents into the country strapped to her body. The woman, Wen Qing Lee, 38, pleaded guilty to violating biosecurity laws after she was caught twice with plants and seeds at Auckland International Airport when returning home to the city from China, New Zealand's Ministry for Primary Industries said in a statement.
What the hell? How did she fit that all in her body?
I don't know. She was sentenced to intensive supervision for 12 months and 100 hours of community work. On March 24th, 2019, Lee strapped stockings containing 947 succulents and cacti valued at over $10,000 to her body and attempted to bring them into the country.
How is that possible? Do we have photos of what this looked like? How?
Here's an evidence thing. Here's some wonky looking cacti. Look at these.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, I do see. Okay, so she put them in stockings, then wrapped the stockings around her body, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's got to be it.
So you can see they're all like little baby cacti.
Yeah, they're like little baby
and
cacti.
Succulents. And she put them in this. That still is crazy. Okay.
It's still crazy. Let's see. The cacti included 8 endangered and threatened species. She tried to dispose of the items in the airport toilets after attracting the attention of a detector dog. Dog just like, this lady's got cactus. She's like, ah, shit. Not the cactus. In a separate incident, on July 23rd, Lee was found in possession of 142 seeds hidden in packaged iPad covers in her luggage. Dude, this lady's like a cactus, like aficionado.
She is, yeah. She is like the cactus thief queen.
She was also carrying plant pots, and ornaments, which were found to contain a snail and pieces of tree fern. They were wrapped in moldy wet paper, also a potential source of disease. What? The island nation was some of the world's strictest biosecurity laws to protect its agriculture biodiversity. This sentencing serves as a good reminder that anyone who smuggles plants or other endangered species into New Zealand can expect to be prosecuted. Biosecurity, New Zealand takes its role as protecting New Zealand, free of many invasive pests and diseases found in other countries. According to the authorities, the woman was a seller and trader of succulents on a classified website similar to Craigslist. Dang, that's like a weird cactus drug market.
I figure, yeah, of course this has to exist, but I never thought that it did. Does that make any sense? Like, of course this exists, but I never thought oh yeah, no, it definitely does.
Here's the thing, like, she's trying to smuggle them so she can sell them, right? But like,
yes.
Who wants to buy them?
There must be a market, right? There must be, or else she wouldn't do it.
Like, are they trying to make crazy drugs out of them? Are they trying to like grow their own cactus plant farm and then sell them, or like, I don't know.
I feel like because Australia has such a big, like, you can't even take pets there, like that kind of thing. Yeah. Like, they have such a I don't know what you would call that, bio blockade. Like they only, and so I wonder if people who are from other parts of the world, they miss their insert whatever so badly that they're willing to pay top dollar to get them. And so she's like, you want cactus? Of course you do. Like, I don't know. I have no idea. Although, maybe these cacti are just like real good for drugs. Who knows? I have no idea. Couldn't tell you.
Here we go. I just Googled why the black market for cacti and succulents is booming. What the shit? Okay, this is a long article. What's the dress says? It's happening across the board. Individuals blames two things. One is money that can be made. The other is our electronic world, which he said has made it easy for collectors to engage in dark underworld purchasing. But why do they want to buy crazy plants? I don't understand.
We thought we had an answer, and instead it was just like, people have money and they want things. Well, that doesn't explain why they want cactus, though. Like, why?
I don't
That's not helpful. That's not helpful at all. That doesn't help anyone.
Yeah. Is it just like it has a big market because people just want them? Like, is it just supply and demand? But like, some guys like, I need every. It's like coin collecting, but for like crazy rich people or something. I don't know. I don't understand. All I know is it's weird, and I would never get some cactuses. Cacti, if you will.
What the hell? Illegal trade contributes to placing cacti among the world's threatened species. This is from 2015 in Switzerland.
Huh.
Okay. There are threatened species, but people want them. Cacti are key components of the world's arid ecosystems, critical survival of many species. Cactus flowers provide nectar for hummingbirds and bats. Cactus species are widely used by people for food or medicine. Their fruit and highly nutritious stems are important food resources for rural communities. Trade in cactus species occurs at national and international levels and is often illegal, with 86% of threatened cacti used in this horticulture taken from wild populations. European and Asian collectors are the biggest contributors to illegal cactus specimens. They're sought for their rarity. So I guess basically the world is running low on cacti, and people are trying to snatch them up before they die out.
Okay, and they're just like, look at my rare cacti I have.
I guess that's what it is.
So weird.
It is very strange, but that is, when this, as you would say, it's very scarce. This is this is a scarcity issue, right? Like the less of something there is, the more people want of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just it, and that goes for everything. So, I mean, I get it. I understand it, but to think that like cacti is what like it's so weird.
Yeah. I don't know. Huh. Today I learned.
Yeah, wow. Okay. I mean, now we know.
All right, news story.
Yeah.
I typed in California man.
Oh, all right.
And we've got California man cited after using mannequin for carpool lane.
That, you know what? I believe someone would do that. I think that would definitely happen.
Yeah. I want to hear about
carpool
this guy.
lane. All right, go for it.
Yeah, because I know we've used the carpool lane when I'm, in the car and you got someone else.
I'm thrilled when you're here and I get to use it. It's a treat for me.
Yeah. Because then, you're just cruising along. Everyone else is just like, beep, beep, beep. I got to get to work. Beep, beep, beep. A California driver who said he used a mannequin as his passenger for at least a year and a half in order to access carpool lanes has been cited and faces a fine of at least $400. The mannequin, adorned with gray hair, wrinkles, glasses, a Cleveland Indians baseball hat, and a face mask, sat in the passenger
Well, that's how you knew it was a mannequin. Cleveland Indians in L.A.? Nah.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
They're
why
like,
would he
that
wear a
doesn't seem
Dodger
right.
hat?
Officer, we should pull him over. I don't know why that cop called his fellow cop officer, but whatever.
Sat in the passenger seat of the driver's Toyota Tacoma when he was pulled over on February 19th. Officer S. Sullinger was patrolling the eastbound 210 freeway in Glendora in search of carpool violators. The officer noted the front passenger in the Toyota was suspicious and that the vehicle had tinted windows on its front passenger's side, which is illegal. Sullinger realized the passenger was fake when the driver rolled down his window. The driver didn't say much, California Patrol Officer Rodrigo Jimenez said to the LA Daily News. Other than that, he's been driving with the mannequin and he'd been getting away with it for a year and a half. He's honest.
He's been driving with the mannequin.
The driver was cited for carpool infraction, but the mannequin was not confiscated. There is no additional punishment for trying to dupe officers by placing a mannequin in the passenger's seat. Drivers will attempt to use mannequins, a bundle of blankets, or even a small doll to make it look like another person is in the vehicle, Jimenez said. The mannequin, though, was the most realistic attempt at a carpool lane deception they had ever seen. I thought I'd seen them all, but I guess not, Jimenez said. This is something that's straight out of the log ride at Knott's Berry Farm or Disneyland.
Yeah, this is a very LA story. People will do whatever it takes to get around like traffic. I believe all of this. All of it is believable. I think more people do it. In fact, I think it's safe to say 50% of the people in the car lane are all mannequins. I think it's fair to say that. All right, Crendor, what is our big news story of the day?
I decided for the news story, I was going to check Cosmo.
We're back here again, huh? We're back here. Okay.
I just want to read a couple titles for you.
I don't want to hear them, but okay.
11 sex positions that pair really well with weed. Like, here's my problem, okay? Is it like you're just like, man, this position sucks. And then you like get high and you're like, never mind, this is great. Like, what happens?
Let me tell you right now, there are not 11 positions that pair well with weed. That's not true. That's not true. I just know that's not true. That is a stretch. They were like, we got to have a number that's not 10. 11? 11! Yeah, 11 sexy weed. It's definitely not true.
It's definitely not true.
Those positions, I think, could all be done without weed, honestly. Yeah. I don't even need to know what they are to know that most people high out of their minds are not going to be like, yo, you want to do that thing where, like, one leg's up, but, like, the other leg's down, and then, like, we're kind of scissoring, but also, like, my hand is holding. Like, that's not happening. That's not happening.
No. Yeah, that's not happening. So, that's an article. Then
yeah,
there's, what are all those sweats brands going to do when we go back to the office? Here's the thing. I've been pushing sweatpants for years, and now it's actually taken off.
What do they think's going to happen? Sweatpants are just going to go away when people go back to work?
I've been wearing sweatpants every day for years.
Yeah, just because you're wearing more sweatpants doesn't mean that you're not going to keep those sweatpants. If anything, now you have more options for when you want to wear sweatpants.
Yeah, exactly. Then there was 30 things to do as a couple instead of binge watching Netflix.
I think there are more than 30. I would say 30 is too low. There's a limitless amount of things you can do as a couple.
Yeah. Now,
besides watch Netflix.
I'm going to give you a little secret here. I think this might be recycled content.
Why do you think that?
Well, let's just check some of these out. Number 1, take a love language test.
This is recycled content. Hey, wait, have we not heard this before?
No, this is a different. I'm pretty sure this is a different article than the one we read.
This is 100% recycled.
Yeah, this is a different person here because there's some others thrown in here. Hold on. Take an apology language test. I don't even know what that is.
Shit.
Don't you just say sorry?
I feel like this is one of those things where like everyone accepts apologies in different way.
Like somebody wants a gift, somebody wants words, somebody wants a nice thing.
Let's do this right now. There are 5 languages of apology. In this quiz, you will determine which one you speak. All right. The person you're with spills water on your shirt. Which of these apologies is preferred? The person profusely apologizes and insists they'll be more careful. The person says nothing but rushes to grab a towel and help dry it off. The person simply says, I'm sorry. The person says, that's my fault, I'm sorry. Or the person says, I'm sorry, will you forgive me? What's the best one for you?
Probably, or wait, it was probably one of the ones where it's like, they're like, oh God, sorry. Or if they're like getting a towel.
So one person rushed off to grab a towel, said nothing. But the other ones were, I'm sorry, or that's my fault, I'm sorry, or I'm sorry, will you forgive me?
Probably that them being like, oh, that's my fault, I'm sorry.
Okay. The person you're with shows up 15 minutes late to dinner. They blame it on bad traffic and being unable to find parking, which is one of these thoughts. Which one of these thoughts would be most likely to silently think in your head? I made it on time. You should have been able to do so too. Do you think I should be okay with you showing up late? Saying sorry is easier than making excuses. So, how are you going to make it up to me? Or, you seem okay with wasting my time. Damn, all those are kind of like aggro.
Yeah. I feel like
I would have been like, I get it. Yeah, I've been late before. Like, shit, I get it.
Or I'd just be like, oh, that's all good. I was just looking at my phone, or like, I ordered a drink.
Yeah, 15 minutes late to dinner is not as bad as some late to dinners I've been a part of.
Where they never show up. Yeah, I don't like any of those.
Maybe so. All right, really quickly.
One.
Yeah. Maybe the so how are you gonna make it up to me? Is that like the vibe?
That seems pretty aggro though.
I mean, yeah. Then you seem okay with wasting my time is pretty aggro.
Yeah.
Saying sorry is easier than making excuses is pretty aggro. Do you think I should be okay with you showing? I don't like any. You're right. I don't like any of these.
Yeah, these all suck.
They all suck. All right, let's move to the next question. Rate this apology. My bad. Didn't mean to be a backseat driver. Can you forgive me? 1 is the worst. 5 is the best. How would you rate that apology?
That's a pretty good apology.
Right? It's very specific. Yeah. Like, all right, I'll say the best.
Yeah.
Okay. The person you're with eats your unlabeled leftovers without asking. Choose the best apology. I'm so sorry for eating your food. I'm sorry, I'll order you a replacement. I'm sorry for eating your leftovers. It's completely on me. I'm sorry for eating your food. Will you accept my apology? I'm sorry. From now on, I'll check before I eat leftovers.
Probably either I'll check or I'll order you a new one.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The person you're with watched an episode ahead on a show you started together. Choose the best. There's no apology for this.
Yeah, that's no apology.
Yeah, they're dead to me. But whatever. They say to you, I'm sorry. Are you upset with me? I'm sorry. Let's rewatch together. I'm sorry. That was inconsiderate and I won't do it again. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Or I'm sorry I watched ahead. I was only thinking of myself and that was rude.
I feel like they're like kind of the same. Like,
they all are roughly the same. I'm going to let you know if someone said to me, I'm sorry I watched ahead. I was only thinking of myself and that was rude of me. I would be like, you're still only thinking of yourself. That apology is like you being like, all right, how do I cover my bases as quickly as possible? Oh, I'd be like, I don't trust your ass. You do it again.
Yeah.
I would say, I'm sorry, let's rewatch it together is the best one, right? Like, like sit your ass down and rewatch it with me.
Yeah.
Which of these apologies do you find most unacceptable? I'm sorry, okay? Whoops, my bad. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry, let's move on. Or, sorry if I made you feel that way. Oh, I know which I think is bad.
I feel like they're all
What do you think?
bad.
They all suck, but like, which is the worst?
Wait, what were they real quick?
I'm sorry, okay? Whoops, my bad. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry, let's move on. Or, sorry I made you feel that way.
Probably one of the sorry I made you feel, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the second one.
I'm sorry you feel that way. That one?
Yeah, that one.
That's like a dick, yeah.
Yeah, that's like, sorry I made you feel bad, but you're dumb.
All right, so your apology language is restitution. Saying I'm sorry in itself isn't enough. The wrongdoing can be undone. It's ideal. For example, if someone borrowed your property without asking and then damaged it, saying sorry isn't enough. If they say sorry, replace your property, and promise not to do it again, that's enough for you. If it's not as simple as that, an apology accompanied by verbal reassurance that person cares is the best. Now, imagine you and I are dating.
All right.
And we did this quiz together.
Right.
This is the least sexy, fun thing I've ever done. I would hate that.
Yeah, that is, it's like like the love language test. You're like going out with somebody, like, hey, let's see how we can, get to know each other better. This is like, you messed up. Now let's see what kind of mess up language. I don't know. It's dumb.
How do I get out of a mess up that I did? Like, if I cheated on you, how do I get out of that as easy as possible? We're going to take this quiz to find out.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cheat. I mean, I just have needs.
I love the idea that you could like, all right, and then how could I weasel my way out of this? That's what that test is like. So I slept with your sister. How do I weasel my way out of this?
You wouldn't do the thing I wanted you to do, so I went and did it with someone else. What's so bad about that?
I thought you cared about me.
This is your fault, if anything.
According to our love language test, you weren't expressing my needs verbally.
See, this is all Cosmo's fault.
Cosmo is the problem.
All right, there's too many. Okay, what are these? Do each other's birth charts. Play a little Spotify game. Do that fun TikTok number 4 course challenge trend. What the shit?
Nope. F that shit. No.
Better yet.
None of these are good. None of these are good.
Learn a TikTok dance together. Nope.
Nope. That is not cool.
Go on a bike ride. All right, that's something.
But that's like, you don't need a magazine to tell you to
Yeah.
go on a bike ride with someone. That's probably one of those things from the other article that's like, things you could do when you're not watching Netflix and you're high having sex. Right? See, that would be 11 sex moves while high on a bike. That's one of them.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cook your favorite takeout meal. Why don't you just get your favorite takeout
Yeah,
meal?
just get your favorite takeout meal.
While you're doing your favorite sex positions while high.
Now that's one of those 11. One of those 11. I'm very high. Of course.
Watch and listen to a virtual concert.
Yeah, I mean, you could just put on a record too. That's
Yeah,
just as romantic.
Literally fine.
And one of the 11 things to do while you're high.
DIY something for your home. I mean, that just sounds like a week.
Yeah, then if you break up with them,
something.
you have that stupid ass birdhouse you made with them, and you're like, I gotta throw this shit out.
Go to a local chocolate shop. What?
Go to a local chocolate. Here's the thing: I would go to a local chocolate shop without your ass.
Yeah.
I don't need you to go. Plus, I think that's the part of those 11 places to have sex while you're high.
Explore a neighborhood in your city that you've never been to before. All right.
I mean, okay.
Sign up to watch a virtual play. That's a thing.
I mean, they got Hamilton. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Just bang.
Does it really say just bang?
It says have sex, but I thought just bang's more Cosmo.
That is much more Cosmo. You're right. I like that they're like, and our biggest tip, try to have sex. Like if Cosmo has to tell you to do that, that is a huge problem in your relationship.
Oh yeah.
If Cosmo's like, remember, you two can also have sex. It's like, whoa, okay.
Go on a picnic. I mean, I feel like again, that's something most people would just do. Like, it's on a picnic.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably one of the most common. Get a workout in. That's called like every day for me. Binge watch the universe. Go outside and stargaze. I'm pretty sure they had stargazing in their last article, and they're just like binge watch the universe. They just switched it up.
I hate they said binge watch the universe.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is rough.
They could just, why did they say binge watch the universe, but they say have sex? Just bang. Go to a museum.
Just bang.
Museums are where people went to learn about artifacts before Pawn Stars was available online. Who's watched Pawn Stars in the last 5 years?
I don't know, but frankly, that's part of your problem, I think. That's why relationships... If you're watching Pawn Stars and you are dating anyone, and that's what you decide to watch together, the only people watching Pawn Stars or should be watching Pawn Stars are like me. So I can feel better about my loneliness. Like, at least I'm doing better than those guys.
Is it still happening?
No, the show's off the air. No.
Is it?
Half the cast is dead. Or in jail.
It's still happening.
No.
It's still
Who's on that show?
happening.
Who's on that show right now? Half those characters are dead. No way.
There's episodes. Hold on, where'd they go? I just saw them. Pawn Stars, 18 seasons. It looks like, hold on, where's the recent season 18, episode 15 was 2 months ago.
But who was on the show? Chumley, I thought, was in prison. The old man, I thought, was dead.
The old man is dead. I think the main dude's still on it, and his son's still on it. What is this? Is this that?
I'm telling you,
Chumley's still on it.
I'm telling you, there's literally when you search, is it canceled? Is Pawn Stars canceled? Was Pawn Stars canceled? Likely yes, although there have been rumors saying the show is gone for good. Harrison has never admitted that. Fans can expect a comeback in 2021. Oh my God, they were
He's
right.
back.
Oh no.
Look at
no.
This is him. Look at him. Rick Harrison. That man has aged.
Oh my God.
That is
Wow.
I'll tell you what. I might be watching Pawn Stars. Might be watching Pawn Stars today.
I can't believe Chumley is. I thought Chumley went to jail. I gotta look up. I can't. Here's the here's the thing. If you go look up the people from the show, everyone has their name on Wikipedia under. So it's like Rick Harrison, Corey Harrison, Richard Harrison, right? Danny Coker, Olivia Black, all the people. And then Chumley. He doesn't even have his real name. It's just Chumley.
Chumley.
And then,
Chumley was arrested for drug charges but avoided jail time.
oh, I guess he got. Oh my God. This is the most Chumley story I've ever. March 2016, Chumley's home was raided during the course of an investigation into sexual assault allegations. Oh, Chumley. During the search, they found crystal meth, marijuana, Xanax, and multiple firearms. Evidence of possible cocaine found as well. Chumley was arrested and released on bond. That's some white privilege shit right there.
That's some Chumley privilege.
He was charged with 20 felonies. And they let his ass out. Get out of town. Oh my God. That's some Chumley bullshit right there.
I just saw him like, dude, this is Chumley. We can't arrest this guy.
Oh my God.
So yeah, Pawn Stars. I guess it's back.
It's back, baby.
It's back. So anyway, where'd I leave off?
Who knows?
Take a virtual painting class. YouTube. How to sure. Make cupcakes. Play a board game. Read to each other. Read the same book and talk about it. Binge listen to Serial. What? It's like Broadchurch or Twin Peaks, but you can listen to it in your car. Okay, cool.
Oh, the podcast Serial. I was like, what do you mean Serial?
Give each other hand massages. What? If somebody's like, let me massage your hand, that's a red flag. Red flag alert. Make fun cocktails like margaritas with salt on the rim and drink them while looking at and talking to each other.
Crendor, we've gone too far.
Do a thing and communicate with each other.
Try talking to the person you love.
Make a bucket list of things you want to do together. Read TripAdvisor reviews for restaurants in your area and try one you haven't been to before. Look at New Yorker cartoons.
All right, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Look at New Yorker cartoons.
That's our Cosmo for the month, everybody.
That is terrible. All right, well, that just proves that this podcast is at least better than Cosmo. I can proudly say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. But what's our big news story?
Well, I found a news story that says half-eaten sausage solves 9-year-old German burglary.
Well, we found our story is what we found.
Yeah. Now this is the story I've been looking for weeks.
I can't even. I don't know where this is going. So yes, please.
German police say they have solved a 9-year-old burglary after DNA found on a half-eaten piece of sausage matched that of a man detained in France over an unrelated crime.
Wait,
police
did they keep the sausage for years?
I didn't know. Maybe they found it at the scene.
That's what I'm saying. But then they would have had to kept it. What did you say?
They would have
kept it. They would have had to kept it.
Well, I mean, if it's evidence.
I guess it's a weird thing to be like, put that sausage on the deep freeze. You never know.
Police in the western town of Schwelm said Thursday that the sausage belonged to the victim and suspect a 30-year-old Albanian citizen, appeared to have helped himself to a bite during the March 12th break-in, or March 2012 break-in. It wasn't clear type of sausage, known in Germany as Wurst, the burglar had nibbled, though police said it was a hard variety.
Wait, so this dude broke in, saw some he's so German. He broke in, saw some sausage, and was like, I don't have a bite of these.
I guess so.
Are you kidding me? Okay.
Listen, I'm half German, and I'm still like, hey, there's a Polish sausage.
He got some bratwurst in it. He's like, oh my God, okay.
Every year, I'm like, I know it's not great for me, but I got to eat that brat. I gotta have at least one brat. Investigators were recently alerted that French police had taken a matching DNA sample from a man involved in a violent crime. But Schvelm police said the suspect remains free, and in the Wurst case, there it is, there's the writer throwing that in.
Boo.
He may escape punishment. The statute of limitations on the burglary is expired, meaning he will likely not be extradited to Germany.
Wow, so that dude just got away with it.
Just got away with it.
I can't.
Hey.
But then, you know what? I guess there's a reason why most cold cases are murders, right? Because the statute of limitations is much longer than like, this man stole a bite of my sausage. Actually, we don't know what he stole.
Yeah, that's true. We don't actually know what he stole. It's just, and like, it wasn't clear what type of sausage the burglar had nibbled, though police said it was a hard variety. So like, a variety of sausages?
Yeah, like a hard Wurst. What is it? Now I gotta look up hard
That's a
Wurst.
hard Wurst.
That's a hard.
2012. This happened the year we started this podcast.
There are Wurst categories. Oh my goodness. There's fresh raw Wurst or Rotwurst. There's cooked Wurst, which is Cookwurst.
Bratwurst.
There's Bratwurst, which is the boiled scalding.
Yeah.
There's ham. Wait, what?
Ham.
So wait, what is there's liverwurst and head cheese and blood sausage. I mean, that would be the cooked wurst, I think, like a hard. There are 350 different kinds of sausages that are classified as cooked wurst.
Yeah.
So I guess it could be they contain everything. This is my favorite. Remind me that I'm eating weird stuff whenever I eat sausage. Unlike the fresh raw wurst, cooked wurst is made with cooked ingredients such as finely chopped liver, tongue, including gelatin, blood, grits, and bread to help bind it all together. The mixture is filled into sausage skin, then cooked. You know, all the good bits. They include things like, my favorite part is it can include and or meat. And or meat.
And or meat.
And or meat.
And or meat.
Nothing like a good sausage with and or meat.
I thought you said hand or meat. I was like, hand.
I mean, someone's hand's in there. Let's be real. Let's not pretend. There's some hand in your sausage. It may not be a human hand, but some animal's hand is in there.
Let's take a bratwurst. It's good with me.
I'll still eat one. They're delicious. I'll still eat it. I don't care. Put a little hand or meat in there. Yeah.
Might have a brat today.
Oh, my God. All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day is one I've seen tweeted. It's one that's all over the internet. It is Florida man arrested for masturbating with a pickle on private property.
I have a lot of questions, but I'm totally in.
One Florida man found himself in a pickle.
Boo.
I hate it.
Boo.
Well, actually, he was arrested for masturbating on private property, which included inserting a pickle. Eric Detige.
So he found himself with a pickle in him, is what.
Yes.
all right.
47 of Tampa was charged with exposure of sexual organs for unappetizing display, according to the arrest.
Was it unappetizing display?
Yeah.
Unappetizing display is a great crime.
Now that's an unappetizing display. The same thing I say when I walk into an Applebee's.
It's roughly the equivalent, yeah.
The arresting officer was at the time responding to reports of a suspicious person. He ultimately found the Tej on private premises lying flat on his back, no pants or undergarments on his bottom half, and had his ding-dong in one hand and a large uneaten pickle in his other hand, and was using the pickle to penetrate his rectum.
Well...
That's where the story ends.
That's all we needed to know. That was it. He walked in, saw it, and the officer walked away. He's like, no, not today. No.
Yeah.
I'll write it up, but I'm not dealing with this.
No questions asked. He's just like, all right. I need to go.
I need to go home. I need to see my kids. I gotta get out of here. Shit, it's too much. You know what? I should have been a librarian.
I've seen a lot of shit, but this is what broke me. Yeah, that's the news story of the day. I got a weird news request. He said he sent it to both of us, and then he sent it to me on my Patreon.
There you go. He really wants the story read.
It is. Really does. It's from, hold on, let me give him a thing. King Kivik. They said, the horse meat vigilante.
This has to be a good story.
It's got to be good. Florida horse meat vigilante. He's also a Florida man, by the way.
All right, Florida man. Let's do this.
From his secret compound, Richard Cuoto stages undercover buys to bring down unlicensed slaughterhouses. Police say they'd be happy to work with him only if he'd follow the rules.
He's like, horse meat Batman? I love this guy.
Yes.
Where's the meat coming from? Tell me who's bringing in the meat. Yeah. Oh, I love it.
He saw what PETA was doing and realized it was completely ineffectual. No more marches, no more signs, no more half measures. Time to strap on the tactical vest and some fingerless gloves. Justice is a dish best served at a gala.
Oh my God. I love this guy. I was like, PETA's a bunch of puss. I'm out there doing the real thing. Oh my God. This is amazing. All right, yes?
The police won't even work with this guy because his methods are too extreme. Any man too extreme for the Florida police is not to be trifled with. Seriously, do not mistreat horses around Richard Cuoto. Something tells me he's thought up some pretty innovative ways to enact pain against those who package horse burgers. Drawing and quartering, a lovely medieval practice of chaining a man's arm to one set of horses and his legs to another set, and then sending the horses in opposite directions.
Oh my God.
Come to mind. Did you know there's an underground market for horse meat in Florida?
I did not know that. I don't think anyone did.
Richard says in the clip that a certain farm he's watching kills horses with sledgehammers. Oh my God.
Oh my God. See, that's the problem. Like, there's got to be a more humane way than to bash a head in. Holy crap.
Yeah, seriously. You don't find the dark night of Florida's animal slaughter underworld. You put out a signal and he finds you.
Yes, he has his horse signal. I want to let you know. I want to let you know. During this story in the background, I'm hearing the old animated Batman music in my head, and I'm very excited for this.
Cuoto's 50 years old, bald, and powerfully built with a white goatee. He wore tactical gear and carried a concealed handgun. Decade-old YouTube video suggested his voice had dropped an octave to the Christian Balish growl when he buzzed orders from his swivel chair.
Yes. Where's the horse meat coming from?
Horse meat is slightly sweeter than beef and rich in protein omega-3 fatty acids. In many parts of the world, it's celebrated as delicacy. You can eat horse tartare in Montreal, Italy, Japan, but in U.S., its consumption has been essentially banned when Congress stopped funding plant inspections. For the curious American, sampling usually means a plane trip. But there is one place closer to home where adventurers can find the equine steak. In South Florida, only 20 minutes from South Beach, festers a hotbed of open-air abattoirs.
Are you kidding me? There are... I love that this is Florida has a lot of problems. I love this is another one of them. This is wild.
Oh my God. Okay, this story's like 10 years long. Oh my god, this story's like actually 10 years long. I don't know if I can read this whole thing.
Well,
They're like a.
give me the highlights. Where's the thug notes on this?
Well, I'm gonna skip to the bottom here. There's gonna be some crazy shit at the bottom. He and Kuodu called 911 on speakerphone to report animal cruelty at the property. Then we formed a convoy and drove into a warren of unpaved roads, farms, and slaughterhouses. When police arrived, they were exasperated to find Kuodo on the scene. They refused to storm the lot, then threatened Kuodo himself, accusing him of illegal tactics.
This is the problem. The police never want to help. The police never want to help.
This is such a clusterfuck, Kuodo said once they departed. He was embarrassed and frustrated. The operation had cost roughly $150,000 in salaries, hazard pay, veterinary care, undercover buys, and more. He'd been wrong to believe the police would go in, he said. Nothing ever seems to come of it. A few days later, detectives would return to the property to find the slaughterhouses shut down, the animals and their butcher gone. Police representatives later told me they'd like to work with Kuodo in the future if he'll follow wiretapping laws and other evidentiary rules.
Don't they
there
get
has
it?
to be structure.
He's the dark horse.
He's the dark horse.
Don't they understand? He doesn't work within the law. He needs a Commissioner Gordon. He needs someone on his side inside the law who's like, I trust him with my life. I don't know who that strange man is, but he's a hero. The hero we need.
That November evening, Kuodo headed home from the raid. He stopped for gas, his mind swirling with doubts about the future. But as he pumped fuel under the fluorescent lights, he spotted a Hispanic man approaching. The stranger had something in his hand.
Oh, my God.
Have you ever seen this name before? The man asked
Oh, my
Kuodo,
God.
passing him a shred of paper.
Oh, my God.
I know who you are and what you do. You're going to want to look him up. Is he a horse killer? Kuodo asked. Yes. The tipster drove off, and Kuodo climbed back into his truck and headed north to ARM headquarters. The pig and sheep remains would go into an evidence freezer. The baby goats would get names and graze in the sanctuary alongside Freedom's flight. The doubts were, for the moment, erased. The Bruce Wayne of South Beach had a new lead.
Dun, 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 dun. I just could see him perched atop like a horse racing track or something, like staring down. Lightning in the background. This guy is amazing.
Oh my god, this dude actually looks like Batman. Hold on, let me show you.
Bum, bum, bum. He
Look at
really
it. That's
does.
him cutting open evidence.
Oh my god, he really does.
Yeah, look at it.
He looks like if someone combined Batman and Captain Picard.
Yeah, he does.
This guy is amazing.
So there you have it. The horse speed vigilante.
I love this guy. What a
If you want to read the whole story, just type in horse meat vigilante and you'll find the whole thing.
Holy crap, that is beautiful. All right, big news story. Hit me.
This one's big. You ready?
I'm waiting. Bated breath.
Ravens accused.
He came out the gate strong with that one.
I did. Ravens accused of stealing groceries from Alaska Costco customers.
Why? For what purpose, Ravens?
They know what they're doing. It's not their first time, one customer said. They're very fat, so I think they've got a whole system there.
I need to see what just a fat raven looks like. I need to like. I'm about to steal groceries. God, I'm gonna steal them groceries.
I think it was just a stock image of a raven. He doesn't look like super fat or anything.
I need to see I need to see the raven that they noticed was fat. They just noticed, they were like, it's noticeably fat, this raven.
Anchorage, Alaska. Some Alaska Costco shoppers said that their groceries have been stolen by ravens in the parking lot. Matt Llewellyn said he was packing his groceries into his car, and when ravens swooped in to steal a short rib from his cart.
In the plastic and all, the whole thing is just like
one short rib.
amazing.
I literally took 10 steps away and turned around. 2 ravens came down and grabbed one out of the package, ripped it off, and flew off with it.
Oh my God, they like went into the packaging and just took the short ribs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Amazing.
Llewellyn said the piece of meat was about 4 by 7, a sizable meal for a sizable bird. They know what they're doing. It's not their first time. Once he got back home, he noticed that one of the ravens had taken a poke at another rib, but did not rob it. I cut that meat out and I started marinating it, and my wife said, "That's gross. We should take it back." Costco actually took it back even after we had started marinating them and gave us a full refund.
That says a lot about Costco.
It does.
I mean, you know.
They're just like, oh yeah, the ravens.
It also says a lot about that guy who was like, it's just a raven, honey.
Additional raven thief sightings have emerged on social media. My parents were minding their business after a shop and made it home with one less steak, Kimberly Waller wrote on Facebook. The bird snatched it right out of the pack in the parking lot.
Oh, my God.
Anchorage resident Tamara Josie replied to Waller's post and referred to the ravens as calculating. She said ravens hovered her in an attempt to steal her groceries. I had 2 ravens, one that was on the car next to me, and he kept squawking real loud, Josie said. He would sit on the car and stare at me, then hop to the next to the bed of the truck on the other side, and he kept going back and forth. The other raven was on the ground. He kept trying to pull. I had those little mini melons you have in the mesh baggies. He kept trying to grab the netting and pull my melons off the cart.
This is like a really lame version of Jurassic Park, where the one raptor, they're like, clever girl, and the other one's stealing the melons. Yeah.
A raven started to fly in a circle around Josie until she got them to scram. He was waiting for another opportunity to grab the melons off the cart, but they never deterred. They just stayed posted, waiting for their next opportunity to steal something out of my cart. They're very dedicated to their mission, she added.
Yeah, they're like the Gone in 60 Seconds of, like, all right, let's ride. You know, they do the whole bit, and they
Raven
they
1 to
go
Raven
out
2. Raven 1 to Raven 2. Are you weird? I'm going into the rib.
Yeah. Fast and Furious, but with ravens.
A manager at an Anchorage Costco declined to comment to the newspaper about the raven thieves. It's like, I'm not talking about this shit. This is crazy. These ravens will get me next.
Yeah, the ravens are probably in on it with them.
Yeah.
We'll give you some of this steak if you. He's like, yeah, okay.
You don't talk about us, we don't harm you or your family. All right, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice steak you got there. It'd be a shame if something would have happened to it.
Aw. The Anchorage Audubon Society tallies the raven population every December. The group reported 923 common ravens in 2018, 621 in 2019, and 750 in 2020. Rick Sano, a former wildlife biologist with the State Department of Fish and Game, said hundreds of ravens fly to Anchorage in the winter for food. After winter turns to spring, most of the ravens leave. But before they do, the ravens stick around to pluck assorted meats, fruits, and vegetables. For years, they've watched people in the parking lots of grocery stores with all this food, Sano said. They know what a piece of fruit looks like in a grocery cart because they've seen it on the ground or seen it in a garbage can. That's it.
Amazing. They're learning.
They're learning. They're adapting. They're changing. The Ravens.
What?
Starring Nicolas Cage, coming in 2022.
I bet that'd be a good movie to drink to, let me tell you.
He just comes out, he's the owner of the store, he's just like, these goddamn ravens.
Get out of here, ravens!
They'll be back.
Get out of here!
I'd watch it.
Yeah,
now we're at the big news story here.
Oh boy. All right.
You know, I decided to randomly check Cosmo. Mm-hmm. We're not doing a Cosmo story, but I just want to tell you there's an article.
But I just was on there for reasons that I'm not gonna. I was just on there. Yeah.
There's a wild night at Weed Church. Parentheses. Yes, Weed Church.
None of that sounds like a wild night to me. Sounds like the chillest night there ever was. It sounds the opposite of wild. At
What
Weed
is a
Church,
weed
everyone
church?
there's just like, hey man, calm down. I don't think it's as wild as they say it is.
But what is a weed church?
I don't know. Probably a church where people get high and like, just think about Jesus or something.
I see him, man.
Oh, what?
I see him. I feel him right now.
Oh
Weed
my God,
church.
man. Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on. The International Church of Cannabis is a religious organization in Denver that uses cannabis as a sacrament. I mean, I probably would have guessed it was in Denver, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds definitely screams Denver. Yes.
So yeah, there was that. Now for actual news stories. Let's see, we got Georgia man who received 91,515 pennies as final paycheck cashes out.
What? What? As final paycheck? For what? Why would someone do that to him?
Hold on, I gotta find out.
Yeah, this is an interesting story.
Coinstar came to the aid of Andreas Flayton, who found the gargantuan pile of oil-soaked pennies on his driveway, courtesy of his former employer.
Whoa!
What the shit?
What happened between them?
I don't know. A Georgia man who received his final paycheck and over 90,000 oil-soaked pennies from a disgruntled former employer has experienced a change for the better, finally cashing out his huge chunk of coins. Andreas Flayton of Fayetteville, Georgia, originally found a pile of 91,515 pennies on his driveway in March with a note attached to them that read, "Fuck you."
There you go. I mean, okay, yeah, that is, I feel like the act of oiled penny says it all, but I mean, you need the note.
According to the interviews, Penny Pile was the work of Miles Walker, owner of the A.O.K. Walker Auto Works Body Shop in Peachtree City, Georgia.
Yep.
Peachtree City.
Peachtree City?
Walker had reportedly denied Flayton his last paycheck and only acquiesced.
There you go.
That's a weird one. After Flayton contacted the Georgia Department of Labor. Coinstar, known for its coin cashing kiosk, came to Flayton's assistance after his story went viral. Company picked up the heap of coins, which Flayton had stored in a wheelbarrow with wheels that had deflated from staggering weight, and gave him $1,000 in cash. It was a shock and frustrating to be paid in this manner, and it was an extra burden that the pennies were covered in an oily substance.
Ugh.
I was spending an hour or two a night trying to clean the pennies and probably only cleaned off about $5 worth. Jim Gaharity, Coinstar CEO, said the company processes approximately 41 billion coins annually, so 91,000 pennies was all in a day's work. Flayton's girlfriend, Olivia Oxley, who had previously posted footage of the oiled-soaked coins on social media and called Walker an asshole, who made unnecessary comments about my boyfriend's daughter and was just an all-around dick, celebrated the coin conversion on Instagram and shared a local segment featuring Flayton and Jeff Lale, the head of North American Coinstar thing.
That is like a vindictive level. I just can't. The amount of work that would have to go into that.
Yeah, like he could have paid him.
Yeah, you could have just never have paid him and never seen him again. Instead, you were like, "Oh, I'll pay you in pennies that are oil covered." Like that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. We'll take this directly to our processing partner. It'll be cleaned and wrapped and counted and recirculated, Lale said of the huge coin mess. Walker, Flayton's former employer, has been accused of creating a hostile work environment by other employees.
Yeah, you think?
Who said he ripped up pay stubs in front of workers and demeaned female staff. Wow, who would have guessed it?
Yeah, this guy turns out to be a dick. Weird.
When questioned by local media about the strange penny saga, Walker called Flayton called him a fucking weenie.
That is a solid roast.
That guy's a fucking weenie.
What a weenie. Yep.
Okay, Walker Auto Works has received a flood of negative Yelp and Google reviews in the aftermath of the strange penny saga. Man, what a journey.
Yeah, that is certainly a journey.
Man.
What an adventure we've gone on.
Yeah. I mean, that is... All of the Yelp reviews are just pictures of pennies.
Yeah, good. Get him. I've never been a fan of internet revenge like that, but get him. Okay. Big news story.
Well, there's the two stories that were sent to us that are kind of interesting.
Okay.
First one, 2 women tried to spend $1 million bill at Dollar General.
Amazing. Was it real or was it fake? Either way, great story.
We're about to find out. Maryville, Tennessee. 2 women.
I'm going to say fake. I'm going to say fake.
I'm going to say fake as well. 2 women were caught trying to spend a fake. There it is.
Yeah.
$1 million bill at Tennessee Dollar General store earlier this month. An employee of the discount store in Marysville reported April 5th that the women tried to use a counterfeit fortune to purchase several gift cards.
$1 million in several gift cards? If you had $1 million bill, you went to the dollar store? Is that really? There's no way.
$1 million and you want to buy gift cards so that...
Well, it's a wonder why they thought it was suspicious. It's strange.
Blount County Sheriff's deputies responded around 10 a.m. and spoke with one of the suspects, Amanda McCormick, who said she received the $1 million bill in the mail from a church, but could not provide the church information.
Blaming it on the church? Oh, boy.
She claimed she was using the money to buy care packages for people experiencing homelessness. Why just buy? I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
The gift card makes no sense.
Yeah. The other woman involved in the incident told investigators that she had no idea McCormick had the phony bill and was only riding along.
This is the best case of, well, it's not my fault, it's the church. And then the other person's like, it's not my fault, it's her fault. No one accepts blame. It's beautiful.
I don't even know that person.
I was just in the car. How'd I get here? I just woke up.
The women were ordered not to return to the Dollar General and were released without charges. Deputies took the bill as evidence. The largest bill ever printed for public circulation in the U.S. was a $10,000 bill, according to the Federal Reserve. The last $10,000 bill was printed in 1945, along with the other since discontinued denominations of 500, 1,000, and 5,000, and was issued until 1969.
I mean, yeah, I don't think you could ever show up anywhere. People look at you funny if you try to give them a $2 bill.
Oh, yeah.
And those exist for realsies, and they're like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I had one, and I was like, I'm not even going to use this thing.
Yeah, I was given a $2 bill. It's still in my wallet. I've never used it. It still just exists there in my wallet forever.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll hold on to this thing.
It'll probably be worth more down the line.
I feel like $2 is probably its max worth.
When those go extinct, that's going to be worth
I don't think they're going to go extinct.
$10.
I feel like $2 bills are still going to be a thing.
I don't think so. I mean, these other bills have gone extinct.
I mean, you're right, but once, people can afford $2 bills. $10,000 bill is a lot. It's a lot of bill.
Hold on here. Let me go on eBay.
What are you trying to do? No one's going to sell you a $2 bill for more than $2. If they are, it's a ripoff. Now you're making me go to eBay.
Uncirculated crisp $2 bill notes, $9.
No, that's dumb.
And they've sold 1,000 of them.
This guy, $2 genuine legal tender currency colorized 2 sides. They put in work for this. They colored this in, $14. That's, they paid for it. 10 crisp $2 bills, $30. Ripoff. Don't do that. You can literally just get $2 bills. You don't even have to I don't know, 25 $2 bills, $70. No, you can literally just get $2 bills.
I think you're just missing out.
I feel like it's a ripoff.
It is.
I feel like you shouldn't do that.
Look at this. This guy's selling a $2 uncirculated $2 bill star note. $12.50. He sold 15 of them. 15 of them.
This guy, a lot of new uncirculated dollar bills, $2 bills, 1976 to 2017. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Although that's for, I mean, like that makes sense. Although, oh no, never mind. So really, he's not giving you. Oh, he's only giving you 5 of the ones he has from 1976 to 20. That's still a ripoff. Paying $20 for 5 bills? Nah, you dumb. You dumb. Take that money and not buy that.
Yeah, this guy sold $2 bills, uncirculated, U.S. mint condition for $4.
I'd be sneaky. I'd sell $2 bills for $2 with $8 shipping. I'd be like, yeah, no, it's only $2. $8 shipping and handling.
I mean, this dude's he sold 484 of these.
I hate that people were like, well, I've never seen these.
So yeah, that's that one.
All right, second
the
story.
other one. Mystery animal sighting in Krakow ends up being a croissant.
Okay, yes.
When animal welfare workers in the Polish city of Krakow were called out to a sighting of an unusual animal squatting in a residential area, their initial reaction was, this must be a late April Fool's joke.
Whoa. Squatting how? Wait, what? Just like chilling out on a stoop?
I guess. It's probably what the woman said. There's an animal squatting.
There's an animal on a stoop. Okay, sure.
A woman with desperation in her voice called them to say the creature had been sitting in a tree across the road for 2 days. Everyone is scared of him, she told the authority, begging them to come and investigate. People aren't opening their windows because they're afraid it'll go into their house, she added.
It's been there for 2 days, and everyone's like, this thing is just waiting. It's just waiting for someone to crack a window, then it's going to get you.
You'd think somebody would just go up to it and go, oh, it's a croissant. You know?
You're totally right.
Somebody.
You're totally right. Someone would do that. But if they're saying no one did, okay.
Turns out it was a croissant. This is not a description of an April Fool's joke. Such a report really came to us, they wrote. In a lighthearted account of events, the officer who calls himself Inspector Adam describes how the caller insisted the animal is not a large bird, going on to suggest it could be an iguana. Years of inspection have taught me that there are people willing to get rid of any animal that causes trouble, he wrote, explaining his decision to pay a visit to the scene. Maybe someone threw out an iguana, he mused. I wonder how this creature feels after 2 nights at minus temperatures. Maybe he's sitting in that tree and not moving because he died. When the officer's colleague went to the Krakow estate to find more, after short research, they spotted brown creature sitting on a lilac branch with its brown coat shining in the sun. Poor guy had no legs or head, Adam lamented. He said the pair were almost swept off their feet by a laughing attack when they realized it was in fact a croissant.
That's an even better end because it's someone just tossed a croissant up there, which is a whole other story. Some guy's like, this croissant toss. How'd it get up there? Why'd it get up there? That's a better story.
Yeah, I don't know how it got up there then. Did someone just plant it up there? Like, dude, that lady's crazy. She always thinks there's animals outside.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are they out there purposefully torturing her? Like, she always thinks there's an animal outside. Let's stick a croissant up here.
The authorities' jokey post was followed with a more serious message in which they advised the public to always report animal sightings if they're concerned about it, if they're in doubt. It's better to check and be pleasantly disappointed. Sometimes, unfortunately very rarely, the laugh than not react, which can sometimes lead to a tragedy, they wrote.
I guess maybe they're saying that don't think it's a croissant because it could be something that's going to kill you. Like, not every animal is a croissant.
I guess. Even if it was an iguana, like, what's it going to do?
Like, what's the iguana going to do? Exactly.
Poisonous iguanas.
It jumped on my face and scarred me.
Yeah, so I mean...
You know we're going to get a message from someone that's like, I was actually attacked by an iguana?
Oh, yeah. There's always somebody.
It's
Iguana.
like, cool. All right. Great.
Yeah, I mean, iguana. Do iguanas attack humans? Iguanas do bite people, but only in self-defense.
I mean, all right. We're going to get a message like, I was abusing an iguana and it bit me.
That's like anything.
You guys shouldn't joke.
I mean, what doesn't do anything in self-defense? It's like a
exactly.
cat, a dog, an iguana, a shark, a skunk, a beaver. Like anything's gonna be not gonna be like, oh, hello, random stranger. Like it's gonna attack you.
Yeah.
And usually it's because
self-preservation.
People are just like, let me. They just like walk up and like reach their hand and it's like, hello. That's like the guy that ruined Monkey Mondays.
Exactly. It all comes back to Monkey Mondays.
It all comes back to Monkey Mondays.
Idiots be like purposefully testing. Because you know what the problem is? Disney made everyone think animals are like, why, hello there. I have human emotions. Animals don't think like that.
They're just wild animals.
You walk up to an animal like, oh, hey, I'm going to stick out my hand. It's going to be like, this guy's trying to attack me. Bite.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like, why, hello, friend, shake. That's not going to happen.
Like, dude, it's a wild monkey. Even if, like, somebody's trained it, it's still a wild monkey. It's still going to be like, blah!
And now we can't go out to eat with monkeys because of this.
That's the worst. So anyway, that's the story.
All right, what's our big news story?
Big news story's a good one. I was gonna T-bone him. Tractor driver helps end police chase.
The voice is already good. I was gonna T-bone him.
Union County, North Carolina.
Yeah, boy.
Long and dramatic police chase in North Carolina ended after police corralled the suspect into a tight spot with the help of a man on a tractor. Buzz Palmer was still in his garden.
His name's not Buzz Palmer.
Buzz Palmer.
All right.
Was tilling his garden using his tractor Wednesday when a police chase came roaring down his gravel driveway. I knew when he came.
It went down his driveway?
They went down his driveway. I knew when he came by that fence we had a problem. That many police cars ain't getting a donut truck or a ticket violator, Palmer said. Retired law enforcement driver.
Did he just roast the police in his statement?
I think he did.
There ain't no donut truck.
He's also a retired law enforcement driver. Diver.
Law enforcement diver?
Yeah, diver.
All right, sure.
Maybe he was the guy who found the sea urchins and started eating them. That looks good.
That's a good answer.
The retired law enforcement diver threw his 17-year-old orange Kubota tractor into high gear and parked across the driveway to block the car from getting past him. Was gonna T-bone him, put it in high gear, got my RPMs up, and turned facing that way to block this where he wasn't coming through.
Got my RPMs up. There is a very specific type of man in the United States who says a phrase, got my RPMs up. That's a specific class. There's not many dudes out there who's like, got my RPMs up.
Gotta get the RPMs up.
I was ready to T-bone him, got my RPMs up. That is I don't know. You can almost imagine what this guy looks like without even seeing him.
Oh yeah. Well, I have seen him. He's right here. Once he passed there, he was I read that. Oh wait, did I read that? Oh God, where am I? Oh, here. The driver was able to maneuver around Palmer, so he chased after the car. Once he passed here, he was trapped. There's no way out. There's nothing he could do but go back out. I knew they were all behind me. I just had to rodeo him up to keep him going. Without anywhere else to go, the driver crashed through a fence into a pasture filled with goats and eventually drove into a pond.
This guy... I almost killed him. Got my RPMs up.
Deputies swarmed in and arrested the driver, 48-year-old Ward Baxter Wayland, on several charges, including felony speeding to elude and driving while impaired. They also arrested a male passenger, 62-year-old Armin Dwayne Douglas, on outstanding charges unrelated to the pursuit. A female passenger was released and does not face charges. As for Palmer, he says stopping the driver was the right thing to do. He needed to be taken off the road, Palmer said. I had equipment, which was my tractor, and I had an opportunity since he was coming at me, so that was simple. If everybody stood up and did what they had to do, life would be a lot easier. Sometimes you just gotta step in. Police say the chase began after the driver failed to stop for officers who tried to pull him over because the vehicle had a stolen tag. There was no injuries.
There's no injuries.
No injuries.
Yeah.
Hold on. Here's Buzz. Buzz Palmer.
I very much. He is both exactly what I thought and not at all.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
The tiny like assassin's glasses really threw me for a loop. His tiny like apothecary glasses. The glasses the guy who would cure you from the plague wears threw me off.
Yeah. I just want to know about him diving.
Can I tell you something? Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Crendor, take off his glasses. Just like in your mind, take off his glasses.
All right.
And make his beard red.
Yeah.
This guy is definitely a Cox.
You know what? I think you're right.
This guy is in my family. The more I look at him, the more I'm like, this guy is a Cox 100%. He looks like if I put him next to my dad, I'd be like, they definitely are cousins. For sure. Oh my God. This guy is 100% in my family. I am very close to being a relative of this guy. If I were to show you this guy and then my other cousin and then my dad, you'd be like, you're all the same people.
I mean, they probably just branched off from somewhere in there.
Yeah. Buzz is his own thing. But oh yeah. Oh, when I look at this guy, he even has the like soulless patch.
Oh yeah.
He just trimmed it. He trimmed it down, but like you can see there's no space there for any hair to appear. He's got the Cox balding going on. It's happening. Yeah, except for his crazy glasses. He has he looks like my dad when my dad was like 50.
Yeah. And I feel like your dad would try those glasses for at least like 5 months.
Oh, for sure. Oh yeah, there was a time period my dad had a ponytail. He'd try anything. So, oh yeah, but this guy, this guy looks like a Cox family member, except he decided, like at some point, to buy his glasses at a Renaissance fair.
There's probably a time like hundreds of years ago where your family came here and they just like split off. They're like, you take Cox and I'm taking Palmer. Fine, you take that name, I'll take this name.
Yeah.
They went their
because no
separate
matter
ways.
what, having a name Jesse Cox or Jesse Palmer, it's still just a little innuendo-y either way. The Cox Palmers, the Palmer Coxes, either way, it works.
It all ties in. They stayed on the East Coast.
Yep. The East Coast Coxes, they're known as Palmers. Right, it's like the difference between checkers and whatever the other one's called. Rallies.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, it's, the
exact same thing. Checkers and rallies, they're the same. But, it depends on where you live. It's Palmer's Coxes.
Same but different.
It's not even, they're the exact same thing. There's nothing different about them. It's the exact same thing. All right. Well, speaking of the exact same thing, we'll see you for another podcast next time. All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Florida woman survives being hit by flying turtle.
I have a lot of questions, but that's also a funny headline. I'm in. Let's do this.
I'm ready. Quote, I swear to God, this lady has the worst luck of anything, the woman's daughter told the 911 operator. Daytona Beach. It's not unusual for rocks and other debris to crash through a windshield and injure a driver or passenger. But a turtle? A 71-year-old woman.
But a turtle?
But a turtle? 71-year-old woman riding with her daughter on Florida's Interstate 95 suffered a gashed forehead Wednesday when a turtle smashed through the windshield of their car, striking her. The daughter...
How?
I don't know. The daughter pulled over and got help from another motorist. According to 911 recording, both were surprised by what they found. There's a turtle in there, the man can be overheard saying. A turtle, the daughter exclaimed. An actual turtle? The gash drew a lot of blood, but the woman was not seriously hurt. The turtle was likely crossing the interstate and got knocked into the air by another vehicle. I swear to God, this lady's got the worst luck of anything, daughter told the 911 operator. She tended to the injured mother. The turtle, on the other hand, had the best luck of anything. It had just a few scratches on its shell and was released back into the nearby woods.
Let's just take a moment to realize that turtles are prepared to attack us at any moment. That turtle is like, yeah. I got hit by another car. Yup, that's what happened. Now back to the wild I go.
Hold on, look at this. I'll show you.
Oh my God! Well, that's the thumbnail for this episode.
That's what I'm saying. Look at that. That shit's crazy. The turtle literally just smashed through.
I love that the turtle's just like, one of these days, Shield. One of these days there won't be a windshield, and I'm gonna get you. Don't you worry. That's incredible. I can't believe the turtle's... You know what? That says a lot about turtle shells. That turtle's just fine. He's like, I'm good.
Yeah. Oh my God, there's other turtle shell smashes. There's one from 2 years ago. South Carolina man unhurt after flying turtle hurdles in the windshield.
Is there an image? Is it the same turtle? Question.
No, this is a different one.
Are you sure?
I'm positive because look at that. It's a different area.
But I mean, like, couldn't it be the same turtle?
Just going around hitting people's
I'm
cars.
saying there are serial killers. Why can't there be turtle killers?
I mean, yeah, it's
He's out there. He's out there trying to get revenge on people.
You gotta watch out on the East Coast for that turtle.
That turtle is.
You don't know when he's gonna show up.
Yeah, he's out there doing who knows what, trying to take people out.
Yeah, this guy's crazy. And look at that. He knows. He's just like, all right, put me back in the water already.
Yeah, he's like, idiots. They'll set me free like they always do.
I won't rest until all cars are destroyed.
They killed my mother, and now I'll destroy all the cars. Yeah, oh yeah, I know this is... He's the Batman of turtles.
This summer, Nicolas Cage is the Turtle Man.
I'm gonna kill you. Get out of my way.
We still gotta watch that.
We do. We still, every time you bring up Nick Cage, I'm reminded that we haven't watched that movie, and it's really disappointing me.
Yeah. One of these days.
One of these days, we need to get on it. We need to get on it.
We need to get on it.
All right, what's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Let's see. What's this? Your mom... Wait, what is this? Your mom won't frown at these weird Mother's Day gifts. I don't know about that. I gotta see what these
I was like, what are you about to say? When you started a news article with your mom, I was like, what you about to say, Crendor?
Your mom.
Your mom.
These gifts suck.
Of course they do.
Toilet paper earrings. Apologetic Mother's Day cookie.
Sucks.
Spicy cicada seasoning.
Sucks. Why would you give your mom cicadas? Do you love your mother? Why would you give her cicadas?
Yeah, I don't. That is weird. The Hap Bee. The shit is that? A device that sends electromagnetic waves to calm her down.
Nothing says Happy Mother's Day like, you need to calm down, Mom.
You need to calm down, Mom. Put this on.
That's offensive as shit. Here you go, honey. I got this so you can calm the fuck down.
You think I'm mad? You don't think I'm calm? I need to calm down. The Golden Girls porno coloring book.
No.
Champagne.
Why would you?
I don't know. Champagne bottle bong.
No. Champagne bottle bong?
Yeah.
You're going to get your mom a champagne bottle bong? No, no one's doing that.
So.
If you're getting your mom a champagne bottle bong, you've got an interesting relationship with your mother. One I will never understand.
Yeah. Bicycle pizza cutter.
No, that's dumb.
A frowny face doll.
Why would you get that for your mom for Mother's Day?
I don't know. Alcoholic whipped cream.
Alcoholic whipped cream. I mean, I might get that for myself, but why would I get that for my mom?
Yeah, I don't know. And the rest of these also suck ass.
I'm sure they do. I'm positive they do.
Yeah. Let's see. There's got to be something about it. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
We've got. Wait. All right, we've got. Oh, get out of here, dumb gifs. Okay, there we go. We've got woman's home trashed by flock of giant California condors. And we've got. What? What?
I said okay.
And we've got Japanese town decides giant squid statue is best use of COVID relief funds.
I mean, I agree with the second story.
Let's see. I'll read them both. Second story is a quick one. It sounds fishy, but a Japanese town has decided the best way to spend the relief funds are on a giant squid statue. Noto, which is located on the west coast of Honshu, is known for its squid fishing, so town leaders decided a huge statue of the tasty cephalopod could cook up interest from tourists. But Squid Station wasn't cheap. The 13-foot high, 29-foot-long statue cost around $200,000. Some locals think the funds should have been used for actual coronavirus relief.
Probably. They're right. I mean, they're right.
Idiots.
Yeah, so dumb.
One unnamed resident said the money should have been spent on medical staff or for long-term care facilities, which urgently require support because of the pandemic. CTV notes that Japan has recorded 10,499 COVID-related deaths, 617,000 cases. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's a big squid.
Now that squid will be there forever.
Yeah.
Long after mankind has left this earth, a giant squid will remain.
It'll make a great home for, like, birds and maybe, like, beavers or, like, a squirrel.
Yeah, whatever comes after us will honor that squid statue.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was worth it.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Oh, the condors. Giant California condors are rare, but not at Cinda Mickles' home. About 15 to 20 giant endangered birds have recently taken a liking to the house in the city of Tehachapi and have made quite a mess. Mickles' daughter, Sienna Quintero, I was like, what did I say that? Of San Francisco, began posting photos of the rowdy guests on Twitter. She told the San Francisco Chronicle the birds showed up at her mother's home sometime last weekend. The birds have trashed the deck, ruining a spa cover, decorative flags, lawn ornaments, plants have been knocked over, railings scratched, and there's poop everywhere. She's definitely frustrated, but also in awe of this and knows what an unusual experience this is, Quintero said of her mother. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, which runs programs Save Species from Extinction, responded on Twitter. The agency noted the house is in historic condor habitat and suggested that the Mickles try harmless hazing like shouting and clapping or spraying water. California condors almost vanished in the 1980s before the few remaining birds were captured, placed in zoos for captive breeding. A few hundred birds are now in the wild. So I like how they're like...
So they just rolled up, got into her backyard, and then went nuts.
Yeah.
But because they're like, oh my God, these pictures are terrifying. Yeah, imagine being like an old lady and just like a giant. What are you gonna do?
you just look out the window. They're like, "This is our town, old woman."
What's crazy is there's only 160 of these birds left flying in California.
Yeah.
And so they all you can't shoot them.
Yeah.
You know what's even more wacky? In the photos they all have numbers. So these are condors that were being tracked.
Oh yeah, they do.
So this is like the government was like, "Look, let them have free reign. We can't stop them, lady. You're just in the way." Wow, that's crazy.
I like how then they come, they're like, listen, I mean, you can spray them with water or something. Like, won't they attack me? It's like, yeah, but you can try.
They'll most likely kill you, but if you don't want them to like destroy your entire balcony, everything is destroyed. They knocked over plants. Yeah. They were just like, "Hey, is this your potted plant? Not anymore."
You're in condor habitat now.
They destroyed her air conditioner is ripped up. Wow, they have bricks ripped out of stuff. How do they rip out bricks? These guys are dicks. These guys, they're over here just like, they're endangered. Yeah, well, they're in danger now because this lady's pissed off. If she ever sees them again, she's gonna be like, I bought a shotgun this time, haters.
It's like, listen, either you spray the water, you clap, or just sell the place to the Condors.
They're looking. They're in the market. Yes.
It's a great seller's market right now. You should try.
Yeah. You might as well jump in there, get it while you can.
That's another picture. It's like, wow, they're negotiating. They're like in the bedroom with like a bunch of contracts all over.
Yeah, but everything in the bedroom's on the floor, and they're like crapping everywhere. Like, negotiations are going well. Yeah.
I managed to get it for 14 pounds of birdseed. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't believe they had it on them. I asked for money, but all they had was birdseed. They threatened me, so I took it.
If I didn't take it, they'd kill me and my family. I didn't know if they were serious.
I don't even like my family all that much, but the birdseed was too much of a deal to pass up. And then she flies away for the winter. And then she's like, bye, everybody.
And she was the condor all along.
Yeah. I tricked him. I was the condor all along. That would be a plot twist if at the end it was like my grandmother, a condor, who's lived in this home for years. These other squatter condor came over. Rude.
Well, that's that story.
All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Florida woman posed as student to promote her Instagram.
Several questions, but I'll let you handle this.
Investigators said Audrey Francisquini, 28, snuck onto the campus of Miami area high school and handed out pamphlets printed with her Instagram account.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So she was like, how do you do, fellow teens? Then proceeded to hand out pamphlets to promote Instagram.
But that's what all the teens like, pamphlets.
No teen would ever do that. No teen would ever be like, yo, check my Instagram pamphlet. They'd be like, this is the lamest thing I've ever heard of.
And even back when I was in high school, if someone would have given me a pamphlet like follow my MySpace,
it would have been in trash. I would have thrown that away.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Instantly.
Monday's stunt at American Senior High School landed Audrey Francisquini in jail, where she's facing charges of burglary, interfering with a school function, and resisting arrest without violence. Francisquini started handing out pamphlets printed with her Instagram account after sneaking onto the campus around 8:30 a.m. She had a black backpack and carried a skateboard.
Yes! How do you do, fellow teens?
That's like, did she even know about the meme? That's like,
I hope she did. I hope she was like, no one will catch me.
She walked through the hallways recording herself. So the school security tracked her down as she was wandering the hallways while students were in classrooms. An arrest report.
Well, there's the problem.
Yeah, what?
She's like, I won't go to class because I'll fit in. I'll fit in with these teens by not going to class. She
told investigators she was looking for the registration office.
Oh my God. She really tried to pull like, this is my first day.
Investigators said she headed towards the registration office but did not enter. Instead, she continued walking through the hallways, talking to students, news outlets reported. Security officers tried to catch up with her again, but she didn't stop. They notified the office of a security threat on campus. An officer spotted her walking across the faculty parking lot and told her to stop. She continued walking. Authorities tracked her down through her Instagram page and arrested her later Monday at her home in North Miami Beach. The school system will be conducting a thorough review of the incident. They will be looking into how she was able to sneak into the school and elude security several times. records did not list a lawyer for Frances Sweeney, but she did post her arrest photo on her Instagram page, which has currently been deleted because it's not there.
I'm about to say, we need to see photos of her. Does she look like a teen?
Let's see.
There's no way.
I'll I'll Google her name. No, she does not. Here you go.
No, she doesn't at all look like it. Why? All right. Why would she think that the place to go get people to follow her was a high school? Why would she think that those are the people she wanted to follow her? Also, the number of people at a high school, that's not. Imagine it's a high school of 4,000 people.
Yeah.
And let's say 1.1% of them actually would follow you. Why waste your time? That's a whole day wasted.
Yeah.
Why waste your time doing that?
Even if a student did that, they'd be like, I'm not following this kid shit.
Yeah, what a lame way to start. What's even crazier, so I went to go look this up, and I typed in woman poses as teenager, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the story I found. And instead I found woman 34 accused of posing a high school student for 7 months.
7 months?
In Texas, a 34-year-old woman. There's no way. This is so crazy. The quote is, everyone we talked to assumed she was a teenager like she was one of us because she looked like one. No way. She had friends. Everybody liked her. What the hell? How could she have been there for 7 months? We have no clue. That's a mystery.
What the shit?
She came to us with a guardian. There was no reason to be suspicious. Usually parents come in, they fill out paperwork, and we take their word for it. If they come from another school, you transfer the records. If they come from homeschool, you don't have those records. She acted like a kid. She did her homework. She got good report cards. They even show a picture where she had 100 on a test. What the hell?
She was dedicated.
What? She had friends and stuff. That's crazy. And none of them are like, this girl is 34 years old. I love that she got to redo high school. Good on her.
Yeah. Look at that. Most people are like, yeah, I'm never going to relive those days. She was like, nah, I'm doing it.
Her birth date was 1979.
My God.
This was in 2014. In 2014.
Yeah, she's
wild.
She's like 40 now.
Wild. I can't even believe that's so crazy. Yeah, she's like 42.
Mamma mia.
Maybe. I don't know what happened to her. Maybe she's like 12. Maybe she de-aged. We have no idea what's going on with her.
It's possible. There could be some like wacky, one of those like weird wacky movies where it's like they swapped bodies. Like maybe
imagine it's possible.
Yeah. Like we don't know. But we need a follow-up.
There's so many of these. Philadelphia, a woman poses as teen to manipulate boy. A mom poses as 11-year-old girl. No way.
What the
No
shit?
way. No way. No way.
The thing is, like, obviously, like when you see that, you think like, oh, it's some like creepy dude being like, hey, who wants to be with me? But like, the one girl, she just wants to go to school.
Yeah. Another one in New York, a 32-year-old woman facing charges after posing as a homeless teen in an attempt to enroll in a New York high school. She told a school administrator she was 15-year-old Riley Madison. What the hell? This is madness. This happened. You're right. There's like, if it was a dude, it would be like, I'm doing something creepy. But all of these are like older woman decides, older woman. I say that like an idiot, but like compared to teens,
Yeah.
I'm older than every one of the women in the. But you know, like comparative to teens, decides I'm going to go back to school
Yeah.
and pretend I'm 15 for reasons I just don't know. But I love it. I love it.
It's crazy. That shit's crazy.
Wow. All right. Well, that is it for us. Although I'm not sure that's it for that story. There may be more about that. I mean, that's wild. All right. Well, Crendor, I think we're good. I don't think we need to do news this week. The news was that you led the best life this week I've ever seen.
Hold on, let me speed through every single category in a span of like 1 minute.
Okay.
And then, weird news. This 111-year-old Australian man's longevity secret is clucking strange.
And it is chickens?
Chicken brains.
I think that's all I need to know about that story.
Chicken
feel like I'm good. Feel like I'm good.
That's it.
All right, and what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Someone sent us this one. Missing man discovered dead inside papier-mâché stegosaurus statue.
Whoa! Wait, what?
Yeah, this one's crazy.
That is a ridiculous crime. Okay.
A missing 39-year-old man had been found dead inside a papier-mâché stegosaurus in Spain after a father and son noticed an odd smell emanating from the statue. The father and son who found the body were walking past the statue in Santa Coloma de Gramenet, Barcelona. When they noticed the smell, the man looked closer and saw a corpse through the crack. Firefighters were called, where they cut open the leg to retrieve the body from inside. How'd it get in there? The police...
Wait, is that the article? The article just ends?
No, it keeps going.
Oh, all right. I was about to say, how'd it get in there? You're right.
Police confirmed that the body belonged to an unnamed man who had been reported to the authorities missing a few hours previous. A few hours? Santa Coloma police confirmed to local newspaper El Periodico that the body was found face down inside the dinosaur's leg.
El Periodico? El Periodico is the name of that, huh?
El Periodico. His
Yeah?
family reported him missing shortly before he was found, though they hadn't heard from him in 2 days, believed he was sleeping rough. It's possible that the man assessed the inside of the dinosaur through a panel on its underbelly, which the paper says is known to be used by homeless people in the past. Local police also posit he could have been trying to posit? I don't know. He could have been trying to reach a phone that had been dropped. The death is going to autopsy, but it is not being treated as suspicious. We found the body of a man inside the leg of a dinosaur statue. It is an accidental death. There is no violence. The spokesperson for the local police told The Guardian. The person got inside the statue's leg and got trapped. It looks as though he was trying to retrieve a mobile phone, which he dropped. It looks like he entered the statue's head first and couldn't get out. It is unknown how long the man was in there before he was discovered. The prop was initially placed in the town to advertise a local cinema and has now been removed. What the shit?
That is... So, this probably says a lot about me and what I think you can get away with in a murder. Because my thought was, oh, this is probably bones inside this thing. And like someone built a sculpture and then put the bones in there to hide their crime, right? That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
But apparently, it's just like everyone be sleeping inside this dinosaur, and this guy got stuck. My question now is, if he was fully functional and stuck, why wasn't he like, help, I'm in this dinosaur?
That's what I thought. Yeah, why is he like banging on it like, ah? There's like people walking by.
Yeah, if the people walking by, they can smell it if they're that close. Why wouldn't he just be like, I wouldn't have stopped screaming. I would be like, help! I'm in a dinosaur! I would have been going for hours!
Yeah. And then, like, if it was only a few days, I feel like he'd still be, like, alright, unless he was getting crushed or something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, did he end up, they said he was trapped. Maybe, like, it cut off the flow of, I have no clue. I have no clue how this happened.
Yeah.
This is a medical mystery to me.
This is a crazy story. I gotta, like, okay, there's still... I don't know. Because it's like, okay, here's the dinosaur. All right.
Wow. Here's the thing. He was in one leg?
Yeah, he's in one leg.
So basically, I can see how crawling into the leg, like head first, and trying to reach your phone could get you trapped. Like I can see that.
I can see that actually.
But it's small enough that if you like shook and wiggled and like made like, couldn't you have alerted people? There's a what is
feel
that?
like
Is
he
that
could've.
is that a sportsman? There's a spootsman, a pootsman.
Yeah, there's like some stores nearby.
There's literally a Coke can. Kids are probably sitting there.
Yeah.
I've been like, help me, please.
I fell at the dinosaur.
That's what I'm saying. This guy. Yeah, that sucks, man. Although I'm not telling a story how to be better, but what if it was like human bones were found inside this dinosaur? They've been there since it was built. Right? Like that. I love a creepy artist story. That's much better.
The dinosaur killer. He
Yeah,
puts people in
right?
dinosaurs that he builds.
Like this is like sad. Like this guy got screwed. It would have been a more Cox and Crendor story if it was like the bones were in there for 50 years. Right? Like why would someone hide the bones in a dinosaur used to advertise a cinema?
And it's
all
haunted.
those are great. Right? Oh my god, so many questions. At night they would hear the howls of a dinosaur. Oh my god, that would have been great.
Also, wait, how did he drop his phone in there? Like, did he try to go in and then take a picture of it from the inside and then drop it?
No,
And be like,
I think he was probably in there chilling. My thoughts are he was in there chilling, laying down inside the dinosaur's tum-tum, and then he was holding his phone above his head, and then he dropped it and it fell behind him down one of the legs.
Oh, yeah, that's possible.
Which is weird because whoever made this thing made the legs hollow.
Yeah, I don't.
So the legs are hollow, which is strange because then, couldn't you just knock this thing over?
That's what I thought.
So many questions. So many questions. Once again, the news is failing to tell us all the stories.
Yep.
Who was the person on the scene who was like, you know what? I got all the information I need. Time to move on.
Yeah. Where's the real news?
Drives me crazy. Every time we find a good story, we're like, and here is half of it. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's dumb.
Answer the questions.
Answer
We should
the
be
questions.
reporters. We should be
Really
reporters.
should.
We got the real questions.
Well, that's that story.
Well, thank God that's cleared up because now we can get to the big news story.
Big news story of the day. 11-year-old pianist wears alligator costume to perform for lemurs.
What now?
11-year-old pianist wears alligator costume to perform for lemurs.
Why?
I guess we're about to learn.
Why an alligator costume? Because they'd be afraid of the alligator? They wouldn't go near him so you could play this. I don't know, man. I don't. Okay. Yes?
Seen Lada Supat, I definitely said that wrong, performs weekly concerts at a Thailand zoo to keep the animals company while visitation is low because of COVID outbreaks. An 11-year-old pianist in Thailand is doing something quite noteworthy. She's performing music for lemurs at a zoo while dressed in an alligator costume. Sinlada has been performing weekly concerts at Khao Kiao Open Zoo southeast of Bangkok to keep animals company while visitation is low because of COVID outbreaks. I'm playing music to soothe the animals to help them feel relaxed and give them company so they are not too lonely. She wears a bright green alligator costume to blend in with her audiences, which have included music-loving lemurs, meerkats, hippos, and zebras. Her music, a medley of Thai folk and pop songs, seems to be striking a chord with the zoo animals, especially the lemurs, who often hop on the keyboard. Although that might bother some people, Supat has no problems with the lemurs getting up close and personal. I wanted them to be involved with me while I'm playing music, she said, according to Reuters. I don't mind.
Then
It is
why
if they are playing
then
music
why
with
the
me too.
alligator? What? Then why the alligator?
I don't know. Why didn't she wear a lemur costume?
That's what I'm saying. If she wanted the lemurs involved, they would have been like, oh, yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Right?
Zoo director, I can't even pronounce that. I'm not going to try. Said the animals are giving Supat's recitals positive reviews. Well, actually, now I got to try. Tawin Radanawangsawat.
Nailed it. Perfect.
You know what? It's probably pretty close.
Very close, I'd say.
We noticed that the animals were reacting, Tawin said. According to Reuters, they became curious while others appeared to be enjoying the music. So, I mean, really, this is a nice story. She's just playing music for the animals.
It's just the choice of outfit's very strange, but maybe alligator's all they had.
Yeah, that's also possible. They're like,
Maybe they were just like, you know what? This is it.
You got to buy this outfit from the zoo store, and all we got is alligators.
Look, if we had more, we'd give you more, but all we got is alligators.
So you know what? Yeah, it's. I mean, What if some of the animals don't like the music?
I mean, I'm sure they'd let her know.
That's true. Like, stay away from the...
Yeah, they would. She would be attacked for sure, yeah.
I guess hippos and zebras, meerkats, lemurs, yeah, like, they like it. But maybe the giraffes don't. Maybe they're just like, music.
I don't. Why would the giraffe? Why the giraffes though?
Maybe the giraffes are like the old people, and some dudes like playing music outside the apartment complex, and they're just like, "I'm trying to sleep," you know.
Mm-hmm.
It could be. You don't know.
I get that.
You don't know. That's the big news story of the day.
All right. What is our big
terrible fact?
Terrible fact. What is our big news story of the day?
Police, mother tries karate, son strips, and dog steals cornbread at Walmart.
There's a lot to this one. There's a lot going on here.
There's a lot here. Also, the story's from 2019, but I don't care. I need to know.
Okay.
In a strange twist of events, a mother allegedly performed karate, a son stripped nude, and their dog stole cornbread this week at a Wisconsin Walmart.
Lots of questions, hoping for a lot of answers.
The incident happened Wednesday evening when Eau Claire, Wisconsin police responded to a theft call at the store, the department said in a Facebook post. Police found a woman identified as Lisa Smith, 46, chasing her dog Bo in the entry when they arrived and learned that son Benny Van, what a name, 25, was in the store as well. The woman allegedly arrived at the store with the pet unleashed and had been pulling apart store displays and placing them in her cart.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
So she just showed up with her pet unleashed and then just starts pulling apart the store displays, being like, I want to buy this one.
I feel like that whole sentence is out of order. A woman showing up and tearing apart store displays is much more important than an unleashed dog. At least for this story, yeah. I feel like. But okay. I guess that's how the dog steals the cornbread. He's not on a leash.
She was asked to leave by staff and left the store to perform karate moves in the parking lot.
As one does. Yes.
In the meantime, Bo got a box of Jiffy cornbread muffin mix and tried to leave the store.
Well, there you go. You can't have a thief dog. That explains that.
That's true. As the chaos ensued, police say Van went to the back of the store where he removed all of his clothing, exposing himself to customers. The man grabbed new clothes from the store and tried to run over an officer with a scooter before he was arrested. Smith was also arrested, but fought with the officers. Both faced several charges related to the incident, including disorderly conduct. Online records show they were jailed Friday morning, and it was unclear if they had an attorney. As for Dog Bo, they caught him and brought him to the Humane Association. The dog was not charged. We issued him a warning for theft.
Ha ha ha. Ah, these idiots.
I gotta look up what these people look like.
Are we gonna find them?
Wait. I feel like we've covered this story before.
What do you mean?
I just saw the pictures of these people and I know for a fact we've covered this story before.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna
send me the photos. Send me the photos. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't know what this says about me, but white trash be all looking alike. I'm just like, that sort of meth head look all looks the same.
Also, she looks like the witch in like Hansel and Gretel, and she's 47.
That's a rough. Yeah, that's a rough 46.
That's a
48 now, but that's a rough 48, man. That's she's lived. She has lived some life.
I'm like 95% sure we covered this story already.
Are you sure?
Probably
when?
In 2019. I know I've seen that face. Without a doubt. We covered a
story.
Listen, we've done almost 300 episodes of this.
Mother tries karate, son strips, dog steals cornbread. We covered this. Out of all the stories, this is the one we've done before?
You act like out of all the stories, like we would miss something like this. This would not bypass us. We would be looking and be like, oh my God. In fact, I guarantee it's like one of the episode thumbnails on SoundCloud or something.
I don't believe it. 2019? No, you're making me go to SoundCloud. April 13th, 2019. I'm going to go back to 2019 SoundCloud. I go all the way back to 2019. Got to go through all our episodes to find this information.
There it is. April 14th, 2019, episode 192, Karate Witch.
You even said she was a witch then!
We did cover it.
Karate witch!
Karate Witch.
I can't
To
believe
be fair,
we
she is
covered
like
this.
a karate witch.
I can't. This week was so boring, even the news was old.
Oh my god. Well, we do have an update from January of that year, 2020.
Okay, hit us with an update.
A mother and son arrested in a bizarre incident at the Eau Claire Walmart have been sentenced. Police were called to the store when, she was doing karate. During that time, he stripped naked, blah, blah, blah. As part of the plea deal, Smith pleaded no contest to obstructing an officer and disorderly conduct. Van pleaded no contest to obstruction as well as kind of lewd and lascivious behavior. Smith was sentenced to 1 year of probation, while Van got 2 years probation. Van is also not allowed to consume any avocado pits. There is no word on why that stipulation.
What?
There is no word on why that stipulation was added.
What though? What does that mean?
He is not allowed to consume any avocado pits. What happened?
I know. Why? Why can't you consume avocado pits?
What the shit?
What? A lot of people are saying it's the next super seed, but that doesn't seem wise. That doesn't seem wise.
Yeah, but why is he banned from eating them now? Why can't he eat any? Maybe he threw that part in? Just do it?
I just don't. I'm looking it up and seeing why you shouldn't. A lot of people are like, "Oh, dude, you got it. You can get nutrients from the pits." But I'm like, okay, but the plant toxin person is present in high concentrations, both avocado seeds and leaves, known to cause toxic effects and possibly even death in a variety of animals, including cattle, horses, sheep, goats, mice, rats, rabbits, guinea pigs, and certain birds. But that doesn't explain why they had to make it so he wouldn't eat them.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Why can't he eat them? This is like they had to put this into his prison sentence. It's important enough that they did. All right, I'm glad we came back and covered this now.
I am so I'm literally looking up all the things here. I can't figure it out. I can't either. I have no idea why. It's blowing my mind.
There's got to be a reason.
I don't know that there is one.
It might just be something crazy they said, and they're just like, fine, just you're banned from eating those. That's all I can think of.
I just can't figure it out. I'm scrolling through all this information online, and I just can't figure out why they would possibly ban him from eating it. The implication is he wants to eat them so much that they had to be like, you got to stop, dude. You got to stop. Are they saying that avocados caused him to go crazy and strip naked?
That's all I can think of. It's like, I don't know.
It's just adding layers to this story I was not expecting, and I'm not sure I think we can handle the answers, really.
Yeah, I think we gotta let it stop, let it go to the side, let it.
I mean, the internet is saying look, don't eat avocado seeds. I get it. No one should. That's why we take them out of the avocado. We've been doing that forever. But why specifically for this guy? A lot of questions.
No answers.
No answers. We'll never get one. Big news story of the day.
Big news story of the day. We got a good one recommended. Oh my God, I'm in a whale's mouth. Lobster diver describes being swallowed by humpback.
I need to let you know, we talked about this story on Chilluminati. It's crazy. This is a crazy story. You all need to hear this.
All right, a little crossover here.
Crossover.
A commercial lobster diver who got caught in the mouth of a humpback whale off the coast of Cape Cod on Friday morning said he thought he was going to die. Michael Packard, 56, of Wellfleet, told WZTV after he was released from a Cape Cod hospital that he was about 45 feet or 14 meters deep in the waters off of Provincetown when all of a sudden I felt this huge bump and everything went dark. He thought he'd been attacked by a shark, common in area waters, but then realized he could not feel any teeth and he wasn't in any pain. Then I realized, oh my God, I'm in a whale's mouth and he's trying to swallow me.
That's so wild. Like, I don't know how to describe the fact that, like, this does not happen. Yeah. Most whales, maybe like killer whales where they, like, grab you and play with you, right? Because they don't know any better. But whales don't, like, eat people. And most of the time, big whales like this, they have the, like, stuff in their mouth where they filter out the water and they just get all the krill or fish or whatever. So this dude being in a whale's mouth is insane. This simply does not happen.
Yeah. Like, let's see, after that he thought to himself, okay, this is it. I'm going to die. His thoughts went to his wife and children. He estimates he was in the whale's mouth for about 30 seconds, but continued to breathe because he still had his breathing apparatus in. Then the whale surfaced, shook its head, and spit him out, and he was rescued by his crewmate in the surface boat. His sister, Cynthia Packard, originally told the Cape Cod Times that her brother broke a leg, but he said later that his legs are just bruised. Charles Stormy Mayo, a senior scientist and whale expert at the Center for Coastal Studies in Provincetown, told the newspaper that such human-whale encounters are rare. Humpbacks are not aggressive, and Mayo thinks it was an accidental encounter while the whale was feeding on fish, likely sand lance. That dude can just tell people like he got eaten by a whale.
Here's the crazy thing. This is the thing that makes the story even crazier. I don't know what article you're on, but if you go down to the very bottom, the last paragraph I think should give it's in every article I read, the last paragraph is like another whole level to this story.
That's where mine ends. Hold on. If I go to this one.
Oh, that's where it ends? All right. Well, let me just tell you another thing about this guy.
All right.
This dude, when he was younger, was in a plane crash in the jungle. He was, I think, one of the only, I don't know, it might have just been him, but I think a few other people survived. But most people died in the plane. He hurt himself terribly, and they survived in the jungle for several days.
What the shit?
This guy has led a very unlucky life.
Oh my God. So you just get eaten by a whale, you get almost killed in a plane crash?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he, like, lives too dangerously. Maybe that's the problem. Like, I don't put myself out there to be eaten by a whale or end up in a jungle. Like, I don't know.
My God. Yeah, I think I'm good just staying home and playing with my Warhammer
Everything
toys.
you say to me now makes more sense after I heard that story. I was like, that dude was just minding his business and he got Pinocchio'd. Straight up Pinocchio'd.
Mamma mia. Yeah, that's quite the story.
It is.
All right, big news story coming in hot.
Big news story.
Police stop exorcism in Home Depot lumber aisle.
I need to know who had the demon. Was it an employee? Was it the lumber? What was going on?
I just picture walking down like, all right, I need some lumber here, and okay, exorcism. All right, let's go the other way. Okay.
And that's an exorcism. All right, just turning my card around.
Pennsylvania police claim they were called to a Home Depot on a report of disorderly people having an exorcism in the lumber aisle.
Why?
The exorcism was for the dead trees and the would-be wood exorcists.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
The would-be wood exorcists were escorted out of the building, according to a now viral post from the Dixon City Police Department. The incident was described in only 27 words, part of a long list of the small town department's daily log of calls. But the post has drawn attention due to its bizarre quality and has been shared more than 550 times. The so-called exorcism, which was said to have taken place at 3:26 p.m., Had
an
commenters
afternoon
on the
exorcism.
page.
That's the perfect time.
Perfect time, early afternoon. How does a wood exorcism happen in 2021 and not a single person in Home Depot videoed this for our entertainment? I
That's
need
what I'm
answers,
saying.
one commenter said. Yeah, there we go.
That's what I'm saying. That person is right on the money. How are there people in a Home Depot going like, the power of Christ compels you to like wood? Here's the problem. I wonder if that happens a lot at Home Depot.
What do you mean?
Like, they're just used to it. They're like, oh boy.
Wood exorcisms?
Just, people shouting the power of Christ compels you at like hardware. I don't know.
That's got to happen nonstop.
Yeah, they're used to it. They're like, oh boy, just call the police again.
Well, that's your...
we don't know why they did this. They just did it.
There were 2 people who took part in the exorcism or whatever it was, and neither was charged.
Well, because they were doing the Lord's work. That was haunted wood. Yeah.
Maybe they actually got rid of the demon in the wood.
Yeah, maybe.
We don't know.
Yeah. Maybe they did their work, and we just don't know the story. The real story is that they defeated that demon in the hardware store. And you're welcome, everyone.
Hey, you know what? Thanks.
All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Florida man attacks victim with a jar of salsa at 7-Eleven, steals Choco Taco.
This guy has his priorities. I like this guy.
Things are getting stranger every day, it seems, and Florida man is stepping up his game. This time with a jar.
Is that stranger than anything else we've covered on this show?
I think it's actually a little more tame than some of the things we've covered.
Right? If anything, it makes sense. You got to fight him off with the salsa, take your Choco Taco, and you run.
This time with a jar of salsa and a Choco Taco at a 7-Eleven in St. Petersburg, Florida. According to St. Pete police, a 31-year-old Latrell Antoine Tresselis, a convicted felon, attacked a customer for no apparent reason inside of a 7-Eleven location. Police say Tresselis entered the 7-Eleven, began to walk around the store, eventually opening a freezer door, snagging a Choco Taco ice cream, and began to eat it. Investigators say that's when Tresselis grabbed a 15.5-ounce jar of Tostitos salsa, threw the jar at another customer in the store unprovoked. The force of the throw caused the glass jar to break on the victim's back, leaving swelling, redness, and minor laceration. Tresselis walked out of the store without paying for the taco or the salsa and was charged with battery and petty theft with 2 or more priors.
I thought this guy was going to be like, cool, and he's just like a dick.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Yeah. First off, you got to pay for that Choco Taco, homie. You got to pay for that.
You got to pay for that.
You can't just take the Choco Taco. That's rude as shit.
And you probably shouldn't throw jars of salsa.
Yeah, don't throw salsa at people. Like, if they're into that, if it's like consensual salsa throwing, sure. But on the back, in the glass, that's rude. That's rude. And then he just walked out like nothing had happened. If I was working there, I would have jumped that counter and been like, you're paying for that Choco Taco.
I could see that. You would have been.
I would have grabbed him. I would have pulled him back in. I would have been like, "No, sir, no, sir," because the only weapon he has was that salsa, and that salsa is broken, so he can't get access to the salsa now. So I got him.
So I mean, that's our story. I also found the one link that said Nicolas Cage once did mushrooms with his cat.
That's true. That's true.
I think that's all you really need to hear.
I mean, that's pretty much the story. Yeah, that's I believe that. The best part about that is he's like, look, the cat was doing it, so I might as well too. Which is crazy. What a crazy statement. The cat seemed to enjoy it, so I was like, yeah, I guess I'll do it.
Classic Nick Cage, dude.
Classic. All right. That's it. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks for listening. And as always, to be continued.